Me and Dantes out here with the 5-star live stream. We do it live, we do it for you. And today, we got a motherfucking legend in the building. You already know what time it is. We got the GOAT, Suki, a.k.a. the vlogger, a.k.a. the photographer. Go ahead and zoom in on Suki for me real quick. Make sure my man gets his dues right here. My dog gets his justice right here.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no.
If you guys don't know him, he's been a fresh and fit photographer. He's been a vlogger. He's been a businessman. He's been an entrepreneur. And me and Dantes are about to talk with him today. Take it away, my guy.
Let's go. We're going to get right into it. It's High Demand Tez. Make sure to follow us. 5-star live stream on all platforms. We're everywhere. TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Make sure to show love. We're going to keep adding value every fucking day. We got a special guest in the house. We're going to give you guys more value. And we're going to break it down. Let's get right into it, Chris.
Yo, Suki, how's it feel to be in Fort Lauderdale, boy?
Yo, it feels like... All right, let me be real with you real quick, because I think that's what this episode's about, right? Being real as fuck. I have a bone to pick with you Floridians, because y'all motherfuckers don't know you live in paradise. Fucking paradise, bro. I walk around and I drive around. Florida's the second home for me. I have a lot of family members from my dad's side of the family, a bunch of Jamaicans that live down here. And every time I come through, I'm like, yo, I'm driving through this highway, and this place is absolutely gorgeous. The weather is nice. How do you mix tall ass buildings, beautiful weather, and palm trees, and the motherfucking Floridians still treat it like it's second class? I'm like, bro, there's trash everywhere. They don't know how fucking good they got it. They always say it's cold after below 75 degrees Fahrenheit. And I'm like, yo, give me this place. Actually, y'all move back up to New York. Y'all move back up to North Dakota and just leave it for the people who actually appreciate it, because Florida is a dope ass place.
Oh, yes, sir,
bro. And I just moved from Seattle, so I'm staying the fuck. Oh, I appreciate it. Sometimes you got to be in a position you don't want to be in to really appreciate where you are. And fuck that, I appreciate Florida 100% because there's everything out here. You got it all. You can't miss. So, yeah.
Good food, good weather, great women, great people to hang out with. And it's just, I mean, it is like a video game, though. It is like I'm playing Miami, GTA, Vice City. It is like that. But you still meet some great people. And I realized sometimes a lesson I just learned from New York. I don't like New York at all, but I actually started to love it. The reason being, it's because it's not the location. It's the people who you're with in the location. Right. The location can just set the scene. But if you're doing tomfoolery and hood boogery shit, that's what you're going to fall into, right? New York and Florida chew you up and spit you back out immediately. But if you're around great people trying to follow your passion and your mission, you'll be all right. You'll be all right. So the scene is just that it is what it is, but it's about the people in it that make it what it really is around you. So if you're watching, just focus on not doing tomfoolery and hood boogery shit, and you'll be just fine. You'll be just fine.
Type shit. So Suki, bro, let me ask you this, right? Me and Dantes actually have this saying that we talk about with each other, man. Me and him will literally just say to each other, like, bro, it doesn't matter where you put 5-star. Wherever you put 5-star, we are fucking 5-star. Doesn't matter if we're in Miami, Fort Lauderdale. What you think about that, bro?
Absolutely. Home is where the heart really is, right? Like, but you have to really build the home in the heart. You really got to build the home in the heart. And that's a big lesson I learned, again, like last week when I was in New York. It's about the people around you can help build and decorate the home and make it and provide the security you need. But if the heart is not in a right place, then you're gonna be really drifting in the wind. So yeah, the way you walk around, you set the standard. If you continue to be 5-star wherever you are, then it don't matter if you're in Kuwait or you're here or you're in Seattle. It helps though that you're in a better, nicer place, right? But you are the home. So yeah. Set the home up right. At worst, have a guard at the door to make sure no bozo ass niggas come through. But like, you are the house for people. So no, continue doing it, man. Continue doing the great things.
Yeah, and that's 1,000%, because it's like you have to build your character up so you can move wherever you want in the world, do whatever you want, and you're that person inside regardless of what's going on around you. So it's like the money doesn't make you, you make the money. It's kind of like the same sense. You build your character up first, and then you can handle situations that are thrown at you because you've built yourself up. So regardless of what's happening, in your life, you've already earned your stripes, so you became the person you want to be. So that's part of it too. So, and that way you like stay focused as well, because there's so many people that come in and out of Miami and Fort Lauderdale. They come here for a couple months, but they get caught up in like the life, and they, like you said, they get chewed up and spit right back out because they didn't really do the interpersonal character development. So hell yeah,
because they didn't listen to Unplugged Tez, bro. Tez Unplugged. They didn't go through the
they
training.
Didn't listen to 5 Star, bro. They didn't tap
shit.
in. They didn't. But it's okay. We're gonna wake you up. It's okay. It's okay.
Tight. Yeah, we're gonna wake you up. Like what we're all saying, bro. You could take the dog out of the fire, but you can't take the fire out of the dog, right?
It's true.
Whoop that trick. Let's go.
It's true.
Get him.
Because I think it was back in, was it February or was it back in August? I think it was the second yacht party with FNF. Myron had taken us out to the club. You know that boy never liked to go to the club, but he wanted to go to the club with a bunch of the Castle Club members and all of us.
Yeah.
And that was my first time seeing the sun rise in the motherfucking club. I was like, what? This happens here?
Bro,
Yo, we were there at
sleep.
11 p.m. We didn't leave until 7 a.m. And I was like, why is people still on the dance floor moving like zombies? Like, now I'm trying to go home and sleep. I did not know this city does not sleep. I thought New York didn't sleep. I didn't know Miami did this. I did not know Florida was like that. I thought generally people went to bed. But I'm thinking of my own family members. I'm not thinking about what people are actually doing out here. You can literally stay up all day in this little peninsula that we call the great state of Florida.
Type shit.
Okay, this is different. This is a different ball game out here.
Bruh, you see the bags under my eyes, man. It's because we always working in this motherfucker. You think it's easy to provide a podcast at this level? Bro, even at this level, we got to grind and make sure that we constantly elevate and live to what we're preaching and live to what we're walking, how we talk it. And, you know, when it comes to that exact notion, walking it how you're talking it, Suki, like you said, bro, I was even under the impression that you were the official fresh and fit photographer, bro. Like, literally, that's what I thought. The way that we had met each other, I thought you were that motherfucker, because when you want the job, you dress for the job.
Yeah.
When you want to be this person, you become that person. And when I tell you, you embody that person.
Oh, no. Hold up. We doing it live, though.
We doing it live.
We live.
We doing it live. Give it a second. There we
live.
go. We back on
When
it.
I tell you, you embody this person, you embody that person
Appreciate
greatly,
that.
my boy. So check this shit out, right? Go ahead and, tell us a little bit about how you got involved with that, because there's so many questions I have, because, photography and vlogography, I got some other questions. And then right after that, bro, we have done how many fucking Zoom calls?
We did, I think 2 or 3 that were like big ones. I can't recall, but we had some good conversation.
Yeah.
It was a nice long conversation too.
Damn right. But bro, give us we need the Sukiography, bro.
The Sukiography, that's crazy.
Let's fucking go.
Who is Suki? Who, for the people out there watching this, who is he? Like, who's Suki? Like, who is he?
Got you.
How do we get in contact with this guy?
Got you. Give me a second. These headphones, I got to scratch my ear.
Gang.
Yeah, these guys are making me think. First of all, I appreciate the opportunity to be here. That is first and foremost. It's still since July. You said the formative days, but I'm blessed, and I appreciate you allowing me to be here in your formative days. But until you grow and expand your wings and become soaring eagles, I appreciate it, man. I'm just like, shit, I'm on a podcast right now? This don't even make no sense.
Let's go.
Bro, appreciate you coming, bro. This was my first time meeting him. We were in the same, Castle Club for a minute, my first time, and Chris's guy. And, bro, your energy, great energy. So just you come. We appreciate you coming here, bro. Like, you walking around with your energy, just me knowing you for an hour, bro, you're a bonus to wherever you go. I already know that, bro.
I appreciate
to be
that.
around you.
I appreciate that.
Value, asset. You're embodying what the 5-star legacy is all about, my dude.
I appreciate that. Now, thank you, gentlemen. All right, who am I? That was a good question we had talked about earlier. Who the hell am I? I'm trying to figure that out myself. I've just turned 31 last week, and I still don't even know who I am. But that's a good thing. I'm an empty cup trying to fill myself and, incorporate a lot of wisdom that I learned from people around me. But for the most part, if I can sum it up, I'm just a regular dude trying to do some extraordinary shit with some extraordinary people. And this camera has, not this one specifically, but the bigger sister of this one has literally brought me around the world. At home, I am a content creator. I'm a drone artist. I am a drone instructor as well. I teach high schoolers and universities intro to drone programs. I just worked with Morgan State University. Shout out to that HBCU up in Baltimore. They gave me the opportunity to teach their engineering department how to incorporate drones into their facility or in their teachings. And a lover of the world, a lover of the simple things in life. I'm a father to a 10-year-old boy. I can't believe I got a 10-year-old now. It's just crazy. He just turned 10 in August. Disability rights advocate because my son has cerebral palsy. So trying to figure that out as a damn near single dad. His mom's still in his life, so that's kind of nice. But yeah, I'm a little bit of everything, and just a humble student of the world for the most part. Until the good Lord pulls me back up and says, you know, you did a lot of shit, my man. It's like,
hey, damn right.
So I think that kind of sums up. But let's go into specifics now. What do you want to know?
I got you. Yo, baby girl, producer Bills, if you don't mind, zoom out the camera A for me real quick. I am going to need a cup of coffee. And I'm going to ask my guy over here some serious questions. We're getting into Suki land, bro. You guys got the Suki intro, but now you're getting the Suki process. So let's get in that motherfucker. So if you don't know, his name's Trayvon. Trayvon Suki. Trayvon, where can we find you, bro? How do we get you on the IGs? People got to know.
Got you.
Follow him right now before we get in there. That is
the whole thing, huh? Yeah, you can follow me at Suki's Perspective. That is my artist IG. If you're trying to follow, if you're a parent and trying to follow an inspirational journey of my son, you can follow us at the Suki Boys, DASUKIE BOYZ, Suki Boys, and that's my journey of trying to be a father and trying to figure this shit out because that comes with no manual. So yeah, and again, my artist IG, Suki's Perspective. You can find me at YouTube at Trayvon Suki, and then you can follow some of my adventures. Small little humble channel for now. Have a lot of things in the works that I need to work on and produce, but I do have a voice and I do have a message that I want to inspire the next generation to kick their ass in gear and do some cool shit as well. So
trust me, I appreciate that shit. I think what you're doing is awesome. You know, there's a lot of things going on here. There's autism activism rights, people are going down that road, or you being an advocate for cerebral palsy. You know, I most famously, I believe Michael J. Fox had that as well, right? Where it's your nervous system is shaking. So that is going to encompass a lot of challenges. And we are a dating podcast. This man's already a father, so he's already out here providing legacy, doing what he has to do to take care of his son. That's a big deal to us over here at 5 Star. So if you're watching 5 Star, make note of that. Put it in your back pocket and save it for later. We'll circle back to that at a good point in time. Now, get this shit. All these 3 paths have crossed at a very specific moment in time, my boy. Before I start asking you the extra questions, let's start off with how the fuck we all intersected. How did things go down at the Fresh and Fit event? Don't hold back, my boy. Give us everything. Tell us the sauce.
All right, how we got here. Shout out to them, whether you appreciate their content or not. That's on you, because you're kind of small-minded if you don't see the bigger picture and everything. There's a good and bad in everything. But how we got here, it was at their second live stream event back in August of 2023.
It was like May. I'll help you out. It's like May of 2024.
Was it May?
Yeah, the one with West
It was literally last year, bro.
Yeah. No, that wasn't last. That was 2 years ago, bro.
No, that was May of like 2024, bro.
Are you sure?
Yeah, May or April. I'm 100%. I want to say April.
It's got to be.
It was last year for sure. Yeah.
A lot has happened.
A lot has happened, right?
Oh my God.
From that moment to now, we all went from, bro, we're on a podcast right now.
Yeah.
From that moment to now, bro.
A lot has happened in that year. Okay, so they had a live stream. I was like, I gotta show up. Fortunately, again, family in Miami, so it wasn't a big deal coming through. Bought a ticket, and I said, yo, I'm gonna pack all my gear, drones and cameras. I'm gonna vlog my adventures there, but I'm gonna show up and add value just as a thank you and see what happens, right? And see what happens. I show up, they have a videographer there, but no one taking photos. And I was like, Nig, this is simple.
Right.
I'm good. I'm not gonna say I'm great because I'm always learning.
Yeah.
But I can shoot a little thing or two, right?
Student of the game mentality.
I can shoot a little thing or two. So I showed up with my gear, saw that no one was taking photos, and I was like, I got these boys. This is at least a present to say thank you. Boom, I'm shooting. I meet Fresh before the you want to pause for a second?
No, I said shout out to Fresh. My boy.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
shout out to Fresh. You already know. If you don't know Fresh, that's Walter Weeks over at the F&F Podcast. Legendary guy in the game, my bro. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you.
So I say what's up to him. I tell him what's up. And then after that, I start shooting, and everyone's like, "Who is this guy? We didn't hire him. We don't know the hell. We can't turn him a can of paint. But he's clearly shooting up a storm right now. The flash is going off.
Bro, I gotta know. What did Mo think? What did J Bills think? What did Aaron think? What did y'all think, bro?
So I had introduced myself to Mo and Bills as well. And I was like, yo, what's good? And Bills was like, you know me? I'm like, bro, if you watch the show, we know you. But he, at the time, since he had just joined, it was off to him that people started to know who he was. But it was an honor to meet Mo, gave him a hug. And I was like, yo, keep up doing it, man. It's been great since you joined the show as well. But yeah, boom, they see me start working and they're like, oh, okay, this guy, all right, we're going to talk to him after.
Okay.
And then I was like, so after the event, I started taking some more photos, making sure they felt that they were good, making sure that especially the guest, I wanted the regular guys to feel like they were part of the show as well. So I made sure that guys were getting their photos with the main characters of this show, right? I wanted to make sure that everyone felt like they were good. And that's one thing I love to do in my photography, make sure that everyone feels like they're star of the show as well. Because in the world doesn't try to make you feel that way, right? But that's my duty, to make you look good and to make you feel like you're part of it. So boom, I show up, yacht party shows up, we have a blast, I'm taking photos, boom, 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 making sure these moments are captured because again, they don't have anyone to do it. And if you don't have photo, you can have all the videos you want, but there's this intimate moments that photos can only produce. And if it never happened or it doesn't capture in photos, it does not exist.
That
boom.
reminds me, remember, we're taking a thumbnail photo of you. Remind me,
oh,
bro.
yeah, I got you. And yeah, so I showed up, I showed out, I sent the photos. About a week later, at the beginning, I didn't realize how fast things need to be turned around, but I made sure during that week I was getting stuff done. Fresh had reached out to me. I was like, oh shit, let me send this out, boom. But then I solidified that this guy's capable of doing something. So I just planted the seed. And then months rolled over later, right? We exchanged Instagrams. They understood that I existed, and I think that was the biggest part. They know you exist now, and that's half the battle. You can be the greatest artist in the world, but if no one knows you exist, it don't matter. You can be the greatest engineer in the world or the greatest genius surgeon, but if no one knows you exist, it don't matter. For some human being rights, it don't matter, right? So boom, that happens. Fast forward, so you said that was April. I think we had another event in August or something like that. A few months later, right. I reached out again. I was like, yo, let me shoot the event again. Boom. Yeah, we know you. You can get it done. Oh, and then they had reached out. Mo had reached out. Yo, did you ever send the photos? I'm like, bro, you didn't get the shits? All right, I got you. Now I know there's a process because there's so much on Fresh's plate. He's not going to send out all the photos to everybody.
Actually, let me throw this in there real quick. There is a certain set of photography you had done with me and Myron that I'm waiting on, bro.
What you talking about, the O slash?
Hey, something like that, man. Something like that, bro.
I didn't send you the O slash yet?
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay. I got that in the hard drive. No worries.
Hey,
I got that in the hard drive.
Type shit.
Yeah, so boom. Then I did the second one. Had a great time as well. Showed up and showed out. And that's when it solidified. All right, we can count on this guy, right? We can count on this guy. Boom. I'm starting to get to know. They know of me, so which is great. And then February, Castle Club. And Tez, you said you were at the Castle Club meetup, right? Yeah. Boom. As people know, they saw me shooting here and there. And at that point, when people were saying my name, I was like, all right, I'm in there. So it's still unofficial. I try to help to just show value, and it's just a way to give back to the community. And this is pro bono, by the way. I'm asking to do this because they can hire anyone to do this, but it's about the connections I've made. Because even when it came to certain events, I didn't have to pay.
I mean, look at the connections. It's still moving.
It's still moving, right?
Right now.
Exactly. And because
this is a powerful network to be in.
Right. And then, like I said, because of even that one in April, I had gone to Vegas for another event to help out Charlie and Miguel with the Cultivate Crypto stuff. So it's kind of just lead me in different bits and pieces. And I remember I was talking to Fresh. He was like, I see you moving. I was like, oh, shit. I didn't know that. I didn't know that people notice. That's one thing about me. I'm moving so much that I think this is probably one of my things as an artist. I don't think no one's noticing. But at the end of the day,
I have that shit too, bro. Trust me.
All right. And but even when no one is noticing, you got to make sure that you notice yourself.
Yo.
Because I know I'm making a small impact that will go long ways, and you just got to plant the seeds. I picked up gardening from my dad, and one big lesson I learned from growing plants is that once you plant the seed, you just got to let it grow. Right,
you got a green thumb, bro.
Yeah, just a little bit. Not as good as my pops. Not as good as my pops, but I got something, and it's taught me a lesson. Like, yo, like, dude, I did an event for a local government entity, and I got some trees. I got a little few trees, and from April to even now, my little trees have grown, and that's the analogy I just want to say is planting little seeds here and there, water them and nurture them. Make them withstand a little cold so they can get a little strong, but let them grow, because that's the thing you got to work on. That's the thing you got to focus on, and keep on moving in the meantime, right? Man, because stay a healthy farmer, because things take time. Things take time. Motion takes time, and time is just one big band. But you got to give it that certainty, like it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Like, look at us now. From April all the way to in a year and a half into November. No, it's almost November. I can't believe the year's almost gone that way. We're here now.
Yeah.
I had to make sure that the seeds were growing and take time. But we live in a microwave world now? And that's the hardest part. We want things instant. Bro, you can call up one of the little goddamn robots down the street and they'll bring you food. Like, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So we live in that world where things are so much, almost damn near instant. And if I'm talking to anyone who's an artist that wants, in some type of way, shape, or form, especially in the visual arts, that shit takes time. I knew that my journey with this camera was at least a decade long. At least a decade long. And I'm only in year 4.5. So I knew this is going to take some time. I'm going to be 37 when my 10-year hits. Right? Yeah, I'll be 37. But, bro, in 4 years... I've been semi around the world. I was in Norway back in July. I was in South Africa back in March. And now next year, I'm about to be paid to be back in those same places as a drone instructor. Like, if you had told me 4 years ago, I'd have been like, no fucking way. Actually, I would have said, okay, there's a fucking way, but how we gonna get there? And that's me questioning the process rather than just doing the process, right? So things take time. Things take time. Things take time.
Where does that patience come from? Like you said, you knew it would take like 10 years. Like how? Like where does that mindset come from? Because a lot of people, like you said, they want it overnight. Like want to be the overnight sensation. Not a lot of people have that wherewithal to say like, this is gonna take 10 years. I'm gonna put in the work. Like where does that come from?
These niggas gotta listen. So I'll say that these niggas gotta listen because it's the wisdom that came before me. When I first started this journey, I was looking at a bunch of videos on how to be a YouTuber, what should I be doing, blah, 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 how to edit. One guy said, a gem, this is a decades-long game. I wrote that down. Oh, for real? So you telling me I'm gonna become a super successful YouTuber if I just put in a decades long? God willing, I got time. So I listened. I remember I told you about the tripod thing, right? Mm-hmm. A man said, buy a good tripod. Shit, all right. What am I saying no to? Why am I not going to listen? When I'm in this journey, I've learned to become a conduit of the wisdom that I've learned, right? So I learned from the great men and women before me, and I'm just spitting back out the information. That's why I say I'm a conduit of wisdom. But in the meantime, I'm absorbing and using the same wisdom. So a man said, this is a decades-long game. Okay, bet. Let me just keep on working in this 10 years. And then another thing, an article came up, serendipity at its finest. An article came up on my timeline, my Google timeline, and it said, the author said, I have never seen someone do something pursue something consistently for 10 years and not succeed. And the person said, yo, someone might blow up in the first year, maybe third year, but that the odds are real low. But this author said, again, anyone that's pursued something wholeheartedly and with their all their might for at least 10 years has always seen something come out of it. And even if that one thing did not happen, it's the skills they learned in that 10 years that they applied in something else, accelerated that growth in that second thing they did, boom. It just exploded into success, or it explodes into the thing they wanted to do. Now we go back to another piece of wisdom that you learned from the good old book of Think and Grow Rich by Dale Carnegie. Is it Dale Carnegie?
Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill.
Thank you, Napoleon Hill.
Dale Carnegie, I think he's in the book.
Yeah, and how to win friends and influence people. Thank you. That's the. Oh, so I appreciate the correction, guys.
No, you're good. We
3
read.
feet away
We
from.
read.
Yeah, right. We read, right? Right. Us colored people read, right?
Let's go!
Thank God. Right. So you're 3 feet away from gold. Yeah. But you just got to keep on mining, right? 3 feet away from gold, bro. Keep 3 feet. So if I'm hearing all this wisdom coming from around the ways from different people from different aspects of the world, don't you think they got something to say? Don't you think that has to accumulate to something? So I might as well just put it all together. All right, 10 years, boom. Person said 10 years it'll succeed, and if it don't succeed in that one thing, try again, motherfucker. Try again. Okay, I'm gonna keep on trying. And I'm 3 feet away from gold. If I keep on trying, what do I got to lose? What do I got to lose? God helps those who helps themselves, right? And he will give you the energy and the strength and the courage to keep doing it. So just do it, bro. And yo, a lot of people waste 10 years easy. It's easy to waste time. But when you're moving, that time moves way faster than you imagine. Bro, we're already almost in November. Bro. Gentlemen, I know your timeline has been busy as hell since January.
Hey. Sure.
But you've been moving and you've been putting in the work. So that's where that wisdom comes from. Just from the great people before me that say, yo, just trust the process, man. That's what it boils down to, trusting the process.
And that's why you got to align yourself with brothers that move the way that you move, man. Like, you listen, if Tez and myself weren't able to come in like a brotherhood, align with our values, and move in that way, we wouldn't be where we are right now in order to provide those kind of goals and move how you move, right? So listen, I want you guys to really hear what I'm saying. Please lock the fuck in when I say that if you want to be a part of the 5-star circle, you need to adopt the mindset that Suki is dropping here. That's why I asked him in his Instagram in the beginning. You guys got to follow him because you got to understand that when you're planting these seeds, you know, I do it almost in like a spiritual sense, right? Like ask and you shall receive. Mm-hmm. That's what God says. Ask and you shall receive. Not that you might, not sort of kind of maybe, you shall, right? So when I first ran into Suki, and then when I ran into you again, like I told you, I really thought that you were the official Fresh and Fit photographer, but why? Look at his mentality. That beats everything. His mentality is lock in, get focused, show the discipline, give gifts, show them your work, do it as like for what it is, really showcase your value to the point where people are really fucking with you and that gift just keeps on giving. You plant those seeds and they grow. This mindset allows Suki to command the room. His discipline allows him to command the room. He moves in such a strategic, disciplined way that that's what I thought. I was under the impression that I thought you were one of the Fresh and Fit people, bro. I literally thought like, oh, homie is like, he's just in the background. We don't really know what's going on. When I had first ran into you and shit, right? So moving the conversation a little bit forward here, right? Now, you know, I now get to dive into like some of the personal moments of Suki, right? Get this. We are at another Fresh and Fit event. Shout out to you guys. You already know what time it is. Shout out to you, Myron, for the picture that you were just talking about. That shit is funny, bro. So, okay, we are there, and we get a chance to talk to Fresh's mentor, JP. And ask questions to JP, right? So we're all asking questions. I'm notorious for asking questions over at Fresh and Fit events, right? So this time, I'm like giving it a break. And in that moment, when all the people in the audience get a chance to talk and ask questions, you, Suki, got a chance to ask some very personable stuff.
Yeah.
You're
Oh,
being
you remember?
very, very like raw, bro. Of course, come on. You're being very raw with the whole crowd, the whole stadium. Tell us what you asked JP. Tell us what it was all about, and tell us what you were able to see in contrast to your reality today, man.
Got you. So I had asked him about working with others, building with others, and it's a learning lesson and a warning to the self along with what others are around you. So at the time, I just had not a small falling out, but I just had to distance myself from a guy that, I cared about, right? He wanted to be a photographer and a videographer, and he was trying to do a business. He had just come from Jamaica. I still got love for him, but I still had to distance myself because as I'm helping him grow and helping him accelerate, I love the work ethic, I love the vision, and I was like, yo, this person can help me grow as well, right? And this past January, he had asked me to help him out with a project, to do some photography for a client that he's working with, right? It was a pro bono client. It was a pro bono thing as well. But I was like, yeah, I'm gonna help my boy out, right? And this is where I fucked up. He had sent me basically the stages of events. Who's gonna come up to the podium? Who's gonna talk? Who are the VIPs in the building? And there's a lot of local government people in this area, at this event. So me being a little cocky, not towards him, I was like, boy, I got this. I got you. I'm gonna light this shit up for you. No worries. I missed some of the target people on the event. Mm-hmm. I didn't dedicate the time to look at his cheat sheet. I skimmed it. We got it, right? Because I'm thinking we good. I missed some people, and then he had promised them a certain amount of photos. Boom. I didn't deliver the certain amount of photos that he wanted because I didn't see what he had promised. Actually, I didn't know. He didn't even state what he wanted, but he wanted a lot more. Then he had asked me, like, what happened to all the photos? I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I gave you like 190 clean shots. Like, you good? He's like, oh, well, you missed people. I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, you didn't read my thing. I was like, I skimmed through it. I was like, and then he got pissed about it. I was like, damn, I fucked up there. My bad. We got what we got. It is what it is. We got on a phone call. He got a little upset about it, and I said, my apologies. It won't happen again. It is what it is at this point. And mind you, I didn't get paid for this shit. I'm doing my boy a favor, mind you. And this is also the same boy who I got him his first camera. I looked out for him. I made sure he was good. I want to set some scenes there.
And making mistakes is part of the game.
Yeah, it is what it is, right? But again, I'm trying to do things for him. Because at the end of the day, that's my boy, right? And then he sends me a message pouring his woes out. And then what really made me back off, I was like, what the fuck am I? I'm not about to dedicate more time to this guy. Because clearly, yeah, I get you're upset, but there's a certain point where you have to understand that if you just keep nagging at something and you don't show that you have appreciation for me, I'm not about to continue this. And what the line he sent me was like, I'm trying to build a brand and a company. This is not just a hobby. And I was like, nigga, what? Do you not know who you fucking talking to?
Right. That's a little overly disrespectful.
Yeah. You threw that subtle shot at me. Like, you see that I'm trying to do
you don't
something?
know what that is.
Yeah. Like,
damn, bro, who are you, bro? You're not in the 5-star circle,
but
bro.
I was like, damn, my nigga, like, I get it. You're upset. But don't throw those little small shots at me because I would never do that to you. Yeah. And then after that, we got on a meeting with him and a few other colleagues. And then I had to get off the meeting early. And my boy called me, who was a mutual friend, was like, yo, like, you guys good? I was like, yeah, we good. He was like, yo, he just got off the phone. We just got off the phone. He was just talking about how you fucked up. And I'm like, so we talked on the phone. Then you send me a message. And then you talk with other people and say that I fucked up. Like, we get it, nigga. Like, I get it.
Right.
But come on, bro. So that I set the scene with that. I asked JP, working with others. especially working with others who are trying to do something similar to you. And this is a lesson of human psychology and human behavior that also want to make sure that you guys understand. When you're working with someone, not only do you want to make sure that they have a cut in the pie, because it helps destroy the barrier of envy. When someone's invested, for example, you guys are sharing this podcast, you guys are sharing cost, the envy disappears because you're like, nah, I know this dude, he got something to lose with me. It's just part of human nature. And when I asked JP, how do you work with other people? He said, make sure people have different aspects of the business that they're good at, and you bring them together. If you have two chefs in the kitchen basically doing the exact same thing, a little envy can happen. And maybe that's something that happened between us, because I didn't see it that way, but maybe there was a nagging thing in the back of his head, and I was like, yo, like, what the fuck's Suki doing? Mm-hmm. And that can happen. It is what it is. But this is a lesson for all people, right? You guys or anyone else. Another thing that can destroy that is destroy that barrier of envy is just fucking talk. Just fucking talk. Like, dude, I got you. We're mad, but like, don't fucking keep doing like, nigga, if you want to throw hands in the ring, we can. If we want to solve this shit. Like, yo, I fuck with you.
Tez has a saying, if like someone fucks up, they can get the homie fade.
Yeah. Homie fade. Yeah, we're still cool after. We're just gonna, if we gotta hash this out, get into a fight a little bit. We still boys. We can be boys.
And if you want to say like, let's continue worrying. Like we figured this shit out, but like there's something like but you gotta be really real about it. So I backed off. I said, man, all right, I get it. I'm chilling. I'm gonna do me. He can do himself. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with it. Still got mad love from him. I hope he had like a lot of success come his way. But I'm just like, damn, like, you know, I fuck with you, bro. I fuck with you. But here's a lesson. This is a big lesson. If you haven't read 48 Laws of Power, it's about be wary of your enemies and learn to use your enemies and be wary of your friends.
Right.
This lesson is about a young prince who got kicked off a horse and was saved by the stable boy, right? The stable boy is a poor boy. Mm-hmm. The young prince was super grateful and was like, yo, you my nigga, basically, right? I'm gonna give you everything because you just saved my life from this wild ass horse. He took him in, gave him the finest clothes, fed him, gave him the finest education, right? And he thinking, we're boys, right? And they're growing up together. At a certain point, the stable boy gets big-headed. He forgets the past. He forgets where he came from. He thinking all his accolades are because of him. Nah, but you got to remember, like, the prince gave you something. So at the time, at a certain point in the prince's reign, when he finally becomes king, he's going through some shit because the last previous reign was going through some dumb shit. So you're thrown into a hot pot right now, and the young stable boy becomes a military leader. Then he says, yo, to the stable boy, all right, I'm going through some shit. I need some help. Like, you remember all the favors I did for you? I need a little help back. The stable boy looks at him with disgust and says, who the fuck are you? You ain't do shit for me. Forgot what he did 20 years ago. Turned that boy from a peasant to a prince. And sometimes that happens. Long story short, the kingdom falls, and the king is in a dire need. The military leader kills the prince, takes over.
Yep.
And that's a hard lesson of human reality, right? And so JP's advice: just be wary of that, right? Have it in the back of your head, but at the same time, you got to bring people who are good at different parts together. And it's okay to be good at different parts, because that's how the machine works together. Like, human beings, we work together best when different people do different things. Like, you don't gotta, it's cool to learn the basics just in case shit hits the fan, but like, maximize what you're doing and then come together to build something strong. And letting go of the ego is the hardest thing, but boom, that's how you succeed.
Definitely. That is a fact right there. And yeah, you can't forget where you came from, because that's something that's easy to do. And something that I think about when you were talking is, pay your friends, bro. Like, there's nothing wrong with paying them, because I bet if your friend would have maybe paid you a couple $100s or who knows how much, you probably wouldn't have skimmed through it, and you probably would have just read the whole thing. So I know you mentioned you were doing like a lot of free stuff, or like you were doing free stuff for him. So it's like, don't be afraid to pay your friends. A lot of people want to pay strangers, and they just want to
know that.
And I'm a wholehearted believe that, because I believe that if my friend has a business, I will pay him the full price because I understand the fucking struggle. Most people be like, oh, well, you my boy, you should give me the discount. I get it if I'm in a tough place and I need some help. I need to hire my boy for my mom's 70th birthday party for his photography. I don't have the $800 I want to give him, but I still want to give him $600 because I know he's good.
Boom.
I know he's good. I'm not asking for it. I'm just like, bro, this is all I got right now. Can you please cover my mom's 70th birthday party? Because I fuck with him. And this is a different friend. But he's another friend who actually encourages me, and I encourage him to do content creation as well. But like, those are the people you should be paying the first. Your boy. That you want him to succeed. Right. And the more you succeed, the more he succeeds. You're like, yeah, let's fucking go. But a lot of people don't see it that way, man. They pay strangers first. And these strangers don't give a fuck about you, bro.
Boom. And that's using money the right way, because using money pushes people forward, and it's kind of the grease and the oil to things, But if I can take a moment to comment on what you said, Suki, your whole example there with the 48 laws of power, it really kind of opened up my eyes to really something that I want to say like God had done for me as someone that's like myself, right? Always out there, always networking, always meeting people, always being like in different circles and around different people. You feel like you're cool with a lot of people. You feel like you're rubbing shoulders with people that really fuck with you. But somewhere along the journey, God really showed me how to move forward and who not to bring with you. And that's a hard pill to swallow.
That is a hard pill to swallow.
So in that mentality, who not to bring with you, if you look at this room, the three of us right here, there's a lot of alignment. There's a lot of power. And if I take your situation with the whole friendship thing and the whole like guy that you're working with, even here, right here on 5 Star, this is what you come for. You come for the sauce. Like, how do me and Tez come together and say, yo, we're going to do all these things together out of all the other people that there were to choose from to, like, network with and coordinate with, right? One of the things that I think that it starts with the most is respect. Deep respect that is natural to the character. You either have that deep within inside you or you don't. And if you got to formulate that respect or like fake that respect, that's one thing. But like maybe you can learn it. You're on an educational podcast. We're here to like teach you guys. You can learn this respect, but like if you got that type of shit, walking lock in step with your brother, walking lock in step with your partner is going to be a lot easier. Another mentality that I'd say that it comes into is that you've got to like the guy like went over your head and he was like trying to like put you down and he was like trying to like push you down and say that I'm about this type of shit. And the way that you said JP was doing things is that they got all have like their different thing to do. And I think like me and Tez are actually really naturally good at that kind of thing, right? Like in the back of our heads, we both know the macro perspective. We both know every area of what needs to be done for the show, what needs to be done for our personal lives, and what needs to be done to be accountable to one another. But that key word is accountable to one another. By virtue of being around Tez, because I have respect, this man will hold me to accountability. I mean, I can't even tell you how many times that I've needed to do this show, and I was like, man, I could push it for a little bit longer or push it on a different day, and Tez says this time. Therefore, it's this time. Because I have to respect my fucking partner. Because he holds me fucking accountable. You feel me? And a lot of those things started with like me and him being in the gym, me and him going and cold approaching girls together, having a lot of different journeys that we've accomplished together. And then just like fucking supporting one another, right? Like I remember Tez has helped me out when I needed it. And I haven't forgot a single ounce of that shit. I was like out in Miami. So I had some beef with somebody. I needed to move. Homeboy says, I'm there. Let's grab bags and go. Not even that. I was in a position where I'm pretty highly respected amongst like the men that I'm with, right? But that doesn't make me better than anybody. I bleed the same fucking blood. we all bleed red.
Yeah, we all.
Okay,
bleed
so
red.
homeboy pulls me aside in a situation that was like I'm like tangled up in. But because I'm tangled up in this situation, I don't really want to talk about that. But I know I could talk about it with Tez because he walks out with his chest. It's a natural respect, right? Pulls me aside and says, "Homie, nah, look, your situation is fucked. You need to do X, you need to do Y, you need to do Z, and you need to execute now." Again, major fucking accountability. I listened to him. Now, keep in mind, me and him both have similar characteristics. Like we're out in like party scenes or networking with people. I've even seen him leading brotherhoods, right? So it's easy to just brush somebody off and be like, like that fucking Miami mentality. Like, I'm better than you. I need to be one level higher. Right? All that bullshit,
That's weird
right?
shit, right?
But if you're not gay like that, right? If you're not a fucking twink, you could be like, shut the fuck up, humble yourself, be accountable, listen. You're better than nobody, execute.
Definitely, yeah. Having a brother, a friend, that's everything. Because sometimes, like, if I don't feel like doing something, then I'm letting Chris down at that point. It's like, fuck, I don't want to be a bitch. I don't want to fucking. If he tells me to go approach this girl or go do something, I'm like, fuck, I may not, but like, I may not want to. But I'm like, I can't say, I just can't, because then it's like, I'm fucking letting him down.
I'm letting him down. Yeah.
Or if I miss this workout with him, it's like, fuck, then I'm letting him down. So a lot of times it's like, it's bigger than just you.
Yeah.
Like, and that's what's going to help you get further in life when you're doing it for someone else. And that's something that I've had to learn as well, not be so selfish. And when you do it for someone else, you both get further. Everyone gets further. So that's like an important thing.
That's a good pivot point.
It's not about
I want to touch that. I want to touch that. What you just said was, it's bigger than you. Before we touch on that, I was just thinking about like what you said, learning the respect and how do you teach it? I want to dive in. I want to ask that question to you guys. If a person doesn't have that deep respect, how do you teach it to someone? But before that, I can say a barometer of testing of if that person gives a fuck about you is trust your gut first. Trust your gut. My boy, that friend at the time, he wanted to go into business together because he saw the potential. I'm not going to say he didn't see but he saw the potential of going to business together and doing some shit together, right? Because we were good. We're a good dynamic. But something was always itching at me, like, take the time with that. Take the time with that before you dive into something like that, right? Because doing business together with a person is a lot, right? So take your time with that. And then, and of course, I'm glad I didn't sign papers because we don't really talk that much anymore, right? And another barometer, I was trying to think of, like, how can you tell if the person really fucks with you? And it's the question I ask other people is, how can I make your dreams come true? If that person doesn't think about how they can make your dreams come true, because I look back through conversations, there were some times that I wouldn't get that same reciprocation. Like, it was about what I could do for him, or like how I would ask him about things and what he's trying to do for him in his business. But there was no really, like, pivot in the conversation. Like, yo, Suki, what the fuck you doing? How can I help? What can I do to make sure you good, right? And I'm not like he didn't know, but when it came to like certain things, he wouldn't tell me about certain information. He'd hold back. And when I look back in my memory, I'm like, oh shit, maybe my barometer, my gut was going off, and my barometer of like, yo, if that person doesn't ask you, how can I make your dreams come true? And it doesn't have to be a verbatim, but it can be that interaction in some way, shape, or form. I know you two talk like that without the same exact verbiage, but you talk about, yo, what the fuck can we do together? How can we do this shit to make, because at the end of it, you see each other at the top together, right? Yeah. So you're not incidentally, what's that word? You're indirectly asking each other, yo, how can I make your dreams come true? And if a person doesn't really do that, then you already know they're not trying to do something for you. And that's value for value. That's the equivalent exchange, right? So, so that kind of answers, how do you build that what's that word? That wherewithal, what's the word for it when you know something? or you learn
insight,
foresight.
Connection.
It's gonna
vision?
come. It's gonna come later, but you guys get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I got
so
you.
then I want to ask you. I want to challenge you to. How do you teach someone that respect, or how do they learn that respect? Maybe they might come from a dog-eat-dog world. We think about on the basic level, right? They don't have the ability to do that yet because they haven't had the time to breathe and say, oh shit, I need to do for others. How do you teach that respect to them?
I got you on how I handle this situation here, right? I'll give you like a quick example. Me and Tez built this whole studio, right? Mm-hmm. And we are just speeding this up. Speeding up this part of the story. We're doing this because we want to. We want to help people. We want to change the world. We want to make the world a better place, right? That's an important mindset. Now, I bring a girl in here, right? And we're about to do a podcast with her. And out of nowhere, she's just making criticisms, right? And her criticism is like, well, if I'm going to be standing next to Chris, well, then I need female privacy, which means that if I need female privacy, there can't be two guys living together. And if two guys are living together, then those guys are roommates. And I require more. I must have a big house. To which I immediately said, it don't matter where the fuck I am. He is with me also. You feel me? That's done. Partners, package deal. I don't give a fuck. You understand? Like, you got to understand that a common man would be like, well, that is a vagina. My brain needs vagina. Ding, ding, ding.
Oh, yeah,
and because I need pussy so much, I might start leaving my friends and leaving my business and isolating myself and going to the pussy. But there's a lot of filters in character that me and him have, and this is why I'm giving the example in the beginning of the story, that automatically know to just fucking cut that bitch out. Get her the fuck out of there. And immediately let her know what time it is. You don't come in here fucking telling me what's going on. You don't fucking come in here telling me what's changing my life. Who the fuck are you to think that you can start changing plans, right?
He wasn't there from the beginning, boy. Stop playing with me.
So first of all, there's a shared mentality, right? Second, I wanted to touch on what you were just saying about how can I make your dreams come true, right? To me, that sounds like there is a piece missing first, right? It sounds like you're ready to put in, almost like, imagine that you were in a relationship with a girl, you're ready to give her everything. Now you're in a relationship with business, which overlaps a lot. You're in a relationship with a business and you're ready to give it everything. But before you get there, there's got to be a respect, and you need to teach it if they don't have it, right? Yeah. I'll tell you this. I'm born in Miami. I don't know a more dog-eat-dog world, right? Yeah, so I think that first and foremost, you got to listen to your gut, right? You got to listen to your gut. You got to know who you're aligning with. And at the beginning of this podcast, in our earlier episodes, in the first part of the series, me and him talked about how direly important it is for you to formulate brotherhood. Shout out to producer Bills. She actually heard that episode and thought that was pretty fire, right? And you have to formulate brotherhood if you're going to move forward. You cannot do it all on your own. You cannot. This is essential. Your question is essential. So in teaching respect, now that you've isolated the candidate, you found the candidate, and you want to talk to the candidate, I'm just going to tell you how I do it, bro. The way that I handle this is pure authenticity, right? In fact, there was a situation where me and Tez and another person that was associated with Tez, we were all like out and we were cold approaching, and this dude kind of like crossed some boundaries that he didn't really know that he was crossing, but like he was kind of crossing, and that's where Tez had brought up the concept of the homie fade. But we were able to kind of like pull to the side and laugh about that, because we just kind of naturally align with a lot of values. And for the authenticity that we share, for anything that he's ever wanted to say, or for anything that I've ever wanted to say, that is said in a respectful place. Respect, right? He can say what the fuck he wants to say. And I don't want power over Tez. Tez does not want power over me. I do not want control over Tez. Tez does not want control over me. We are simply of the mindset of selflessness, like in a large sense. I simply state, this is what can be. What would you like to do? Will you move forward with me? So with those aligned values and that mentality, I think with authenticity, you got to pull the homie aside and start talking about how we got to do this. There's a shared vision. We have to move forward with respect. We have to respect. You need to say these words. These words need to be said. These words are like the oath. These words are the contract. You don't need these fucking paperworks. You don't need these fucking NDAs. You need to be real. And if you can be with someone, pull them aside and say, authentically, look, we're going to move forward in business. I want to work with you. You got to work with me. We got to come to a place of respecting one another. I'm Trayvon. This is who I am. This is how I was raised. This is where I come from. And this is how I perceive respect. And this is how we're moving forward. And I really think that men often don't have that conversation out of maybe like a block or a wall, in the same way that they can't walk up to a girl and say, look, pretty mamacita, you're cool with me, but listen, I don't know what the fuck you think that you thought this was. You can't be the only girl in my life. I'm not going to do this monogamy thing with you. You can be one of many, but you'll never be the only one. Right? And then you can assign different positions and different levels, and you can really put your heart into something that you fucking believe in.
Yeah.
But if you don't, that's on you. That's on you. If you don't put your fucking heart into something, if you're not authentic to what you're saying, how can the girl respect you? If you're not authentic to the guy, how can the guy respect you? So ultimately, it starts with your own accountability, and it starts with yourself. And if you can't filter out your own self-respect, you're disrespecting yourself, and the fucking world is going to mirror it back to your face.
Damn.
You know?
Exactly, yeah. And that's similar to what I was going to say. So your question is like, how do you respect yourself, or how does someone respect other people?
How does someone learn it? How does someone learn that respect? And if you are the teacher of it, how do you teach it properly? That's how I'm trying to think. Because
you become it, my boy.
You become it, huh? Yeah.
You hit it like spot on. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Similar to what I was gonna say.
Let's go, big dog.
You have to hold your word to yourself. So, like you said, the world is a mirror. So, if there's someone who can't accept the truth, it's because they lie to themselves. It's not that you came off a certain way or they just don't like you. It's because they're constantly telling themselves lies. So a lot of times if someone, they don't respect people, that means that they don't have respect for themselves. So first, I'd ask the person, are you holding your word to yourself? Are you being true to yourself? If you say you're going to do something, are you doing it? Even if I don't tell anyone, I'm just saying it in my head. If I say I'm going to wake up at this time, am I actually going to do it? So first, it starts with yourself. Being in alignment with your conscious, like doing what you say you're going to do and holding your word. So that's really the first step. And then at that point, you respect yourself. And then you're going to start to have a higher standard for yourself. You're going to want more, and then you're going to expect that from other people. So just based off you keeping your word to yourself, holding yourself accountable, showing up when you say you're going to show up, that's going to give you respect for yourself. Then at that point, you can start demanding that same respect that you have for yourself to the world. You can start demanding that from the world. So that's what I would say. Because a lot of people who are out here disrespecting people, or who just are taking advantage of people, who don't show any care for anyone, that's because that's how they feel about themselves deep down inside. So it's never really anything personal. It's just that person's own fucking insecurities, or they just don't have that respect for themselves. So that's the way that I look at it. I look at it like, I'm going to tell them first, hold your word to yourself. If you say you're going to do something, do it. And that's where I would start at. So, yeah.
Now, and for you simple-minded fucks watching, you little twinks, you got to understand that basically translates to, if you are having trouble being yourself or being authentic because you believe you're going to be judged like a little fruit pop, or if you think that being yourself is going to have a lot of pushback and you're afraid to be authentic, that literally means that we're telling you that you need to have a little bit of bravery to be who you want to be. And if you don't have that little bit of bravery, or if, I would say that little bit of bravery, it might be coming from the average person. But like in my own life, like Tez, he works out, he's got a large stature. I work out, I have very similar stature in that way. I feel like that comes with we have like a natural toughness that comes from being masculine, that comes from being male, that comes from our mentality, that allows us to say, yo, I don't give a fuck what you think about me. I'm going to be authentic. You're going to hear me out. But if you haven't got to that part yet, and you're still in the beginning, it's still going to take a little bit of mental bravery.
Definitely. And that's really when my life changes, when I started holding my word to myself. I remember like vividly, it was one morning in 2019, 2020. I told myself, like, how am I going to get all this shit out of life if I can't even wake up on time? Like, I was waking up like 5-10 minutes late from work, and I'm still not perfect by any means, but like, I just remember thinking, like, because I'd show up late for work, not hold my word, and I'm like, damn, I want this crazy ass life, but I can't even wake up to go to work. And then at that moment, like a switch just hit. Like, I start waking up on time, going to the gym, and then I started just to like carry myself different without even like trying to carry myself different. It kind of just happened because I started keeping my word to myself. So that's what I would say is really just ask yourself, do you even respect yourself? Like, because if you don't respect yourself, there's no way you're going to respect anybody else. So it really starts within. So, and that's why it's like you don't take anything personal, because if someone starts bitching at you, being rude to you, obnoxious, it's not you. Like, it's that person inside. Like, if I'm on a sales call and a person's going crazy, or I'm on a customer service call and a person's going crazy, I'm looking at them like, damn, you have some shit going on. Like, you have some real life shit going on. So, like, it's really just having that awareness internally to, like, really evaluate yourself. Like, it's good to be alone sometimes. Sit in a room alone, be alone. If you always need to be around people, that's a sign that there's maybe something going on. Like, there's some people who just can't be alone. Like, they have to always be around people because they're just not at peace with themselves. So sometimes it's going to take, maybe be alone for a few months, or however much you need to figure out what you need to do to progress in life or become a better person. So, yeah.
Yeah, man. And if you guys don't understand that, there are a lot of tenements to self-respect. You got to get in the 5-star circle. We'll teach you how to do it. Most guys don't have it. Most guys don't do it. That is a very authentic question. So, Suki Sook, coming on to the next part of these questions, my guy, right?
All right.
So check this shit out. So that's one Fresh and Fit event, right? Now, prior to what I'm about to ask you about, were you at the Miami meetup out there in a Castle Club meetup where it was like us out in a big grassy field? I believe you were there, right? You and me were both there.
I was there. I would have seen him. He wasn't there.
You were not there?
No,
Okay.
yeah.
But you were at the Airbnb.
At Airbnb, yeah.
It was like fucking lit. It was like you, me, the Brotherhood. It was like you, me, Fresh. And I believe, did you roll up with Fresh?
No. I rolled up right a little bit before him.
Okay.
And I wanted to do an FPV shot of him driving the Cybertruck and then coming into the Airbnb. But of course, you know, niggas gonna be late like they always late. But it is what it is. I was like, my sunlight, bro. You do know I need sunlight to do this, right? But it is what it is. It would have been lit though, but it is what it is.
That's funny as hell. So let me recap these moments, right? Literally, it's like right after this live event that I was just mentioning where you were talking to JP and you had actually brought up this question, right? It had to have been like, I don't know, like hours after that?
Yeah, it was an evening. It was definitely in the evening after.
Yeah. So then right after that, right? I'm out there. It's the entire fucking Brotherhood. We're all linking up. We're all like trading our information. We're all talking about the skills that we have and shit. And I believe Fresh is driving the Cybertruck with Jay Bills, right? Yo, shout out producer Bills. Shout out Jay Bills, right? And I believe that he's actually trying to give away that Cybertruck as like a Rumble 1776 coffee promotion.
Yeah. Rumble was having that giveaway, yeah.
Right? Yeah, so he's having that giveaway. And, you know, this is one of the first times where you just took a bunch of photos that I fucking need, by the way. Right? And we were all like sitting there watching how you do your shit. And we're like, yo, homie's deep in his craft. Like the seeds that you had planted were bearing fruit, bro. Oh, wow. Trust me, everyone was like taking note. Whoa. Your natural discipline was bearing the reward amongst the Brotherhood. That was very notable, right? And what I remember is that this is my first time subscribing to you. I think I subscribed to you like earlier in the day at like the lunch, and like subscribed to your channel, learned about your channel, learned about what you were doing, what you're trying to do, which led to like Zoom calls and shit later with me and you talking about like all the shit you got going on, which leads to this, right? And then you're actually going out there and like you said, you were trying to get an FPV shot, bro. Give us the fucking breakdown from the moment from JP to the time that you're in the Brotherhood Airbnb. What's going through your head, what you're trying to accomplish, how many people you talk to. Give us a whole fucking, the highlights of that day and how you were able to take that fuel and put it into the Suki craft that is happening right here, right now, today.
Yeah, the biggest thing, it's, this guy just helped me out, figure out some things that I really need to figure out, but I'll go into that later. It was the reason why I bring around this camera, God forbid, a big fear is Alzheimer's. Thankfully, I don't have it in my family, but it's a big fear. And probably the universe is going to be like, huh?
Genetically for you?
Yeah. Fortunately, it's not in my
family.
Bro,
if it happens, I got you, bro. I'll remind you about shit.
All right, cool. I appreciate that.
But we'll start with this podcast. I'm like, yo, watch the shit back.
He has it all in there. He already he's prepared. He's prepared for it.
But I do treasure my memory. Like, I'm very fortunate that on my father's side of the family, we have strong memory, right? My aunt just turned 100 years old yesterday, and like, She still be thinking.
Congrats.
She still be thinking. She got a little slow, but she still be thinking. But one thing, it's the besides it's cultivating the memories of the great times and the sorrows that I do have. It was just nice to be around dudes who aren't fucking pussies, bro.
Yo.
Oh my!
He's got stories about like where he used to live, bro.
Dog, I don't think
he's got some sassy stories we could talk about.
I think a lot of women need to hear this too. There's a lot of niggas out there who are straight pum-pums, bro. They are stinky pum-pums. And that's why a lot of girls are having trouble dating out here, because a lot of these niggas are straight pum-pums, and I'm tired of dealing with these loser ass dudes. So it's just finally refreshing to be able to talk freely and not be like, oh, well, you know, like, shut up. I can't be boys anymore. What happens to the Call of Duty days? We'll be saying wild ass shit and we don't take it seriously. Like, what happened to the days where like, yo, we gotta grind, we gotta get shit done. Like, instead of complaining and moaning all day, who fucking cares? Politics matters, but not to that degree, bro. Like, it's still the individual. Like, little dumb shit in the world, it does not matter. You still wake up with a pillow under you. Like, what the fuck are you complaining about? And it's just nice to be able to talk to guys who are like, yeah, I gotta get my shit together. It is what it is. Let's fucking do it.
I bleed blood.
Yeah, like it's just nice to be like, yo, like, no, we got some work. Let's get to going. Let's have some fun. Let's do some jokes. Like it, and we're not taking it seriously because we understand at the end of the day, like, it could be a lot worse. But at the end of the day, we're grateful for where we are, and we don't have the envy between one another, right? There's a lot of old friends I don't talk to, and they just don't want more. That's the first thing. And then a lot of them, when I look back on it, pussies, bro. Come on. What happened? Like, because there's so much room at the top. Why don't we just get this shit together?
There's a big pie waiting for everybody
right.
at the top, boy.
Right. So I'm trying
know that abundance is here.
Exactly. I'm trying to drive Lambos with my friends. I don't want to sit down and do. Our parents came to this country to do something great. Like, right? They struggled. I'm a first generation American. I mean, and my parents come from Jamaica. Like, bro, they were fucking carrying baskets on their fucking heads, dude. My mom talks about traveling miles for water. Like, yo, now she got a whole washing machine in her fucking basement, bro. Like, that's a big deal. And then at the same time, they came here so we can do something about it, right? I have a lot of cousins who are still kind of losers, right? And it is what it is. You can't save everyone. Not everyone understands the struggle. But it just takes some just some gumshoe to say, yo, like, they did something. Let me do something with it. I'm not starting from 0, but I'm starting at level 10. That's something. Thank God they started, like, because, man, it just made me think. There was this guy I just met at the gym yesterday, and I forgot to hit him up. My bad, Brandon, because I wanted to be around. He seemed like a cool dude.
Get the clip.
He came from Colombia. He was just telling me the story. He saw the camera. He was like, yo, like, I'm just starting. I'm doing things. And he just came from Colombia not too long ago. Came from the hood. And now he's making inspirational content. Going to the gym, trying to get his shit together. And I was like, yo, keep on doing it, bro. It's only been 6 months, but keep on doing it. Like, this will kind of lead you to the different people that are trying to do similar things. And I say that to all say, like, a lot of his friends are dead or in jail. A lot of my friends, old, even though I didn't come from the hood, like, you don't gotta be in that down bad situation to feel some type of way about it. But a lot of them ain't doing much. They was some regular ass girl with some regular ass job, and they don't even what's coming in the world in the next 5 years. They're not prepared for it. They're gonna fucking suffer. But all they had to do was say, I'm trying to do more. So I say, when I come back, when I joined the Castle Club, I just wanted to be around guys who were trying to do something more with their life. And that's why it was just like, yo, I'm just filming my adventures with the boys. Boys gonna be boys. I'm just trying to and have some good ass times, but each one has a lesson. There's a story in between, right? Like, and the smart viewer will pick up like, oh shit, I might see myself in one of these people that he's traveling through. Like, I'm just a conduit. Right? And that might inspire them to do more as well. So that was just an adventure to go through with me. Like, yeah, like, this is the people you need to be around if you want to be around, if you want to do more. And even if this could be just a stepping stone to something, because there are still some guys, when you get to that level in the playing field, they might just stay there. There might be some guys in the Castle Club who are just staying there, right? They want to do more, but they got to figure out the mental before they can excel. At least they're there, though. At least they're at the table or in the back of the room. They viewing. They're like, all right, bet, we got to do some shit. But unfortunately, there might be some guys that just might stay there. But at least they're trying. And that sometimes that person just might need that, like, oh shit, there is a room of guys that are trying to do something like that. Just taking those small steps. So if I can just be that inspiration to go through the door, yeah, man, it made everything worth it. It made everything worth it.
1000%, bro. And sometimes I think, like, if you still have all your same day one friends and you're hanging out with the same people every day, that's probably a sign that you haven't changed or you haven't grown. Like, it's a good thing to step out of your comfort zone, find some new people to hang out with, because a lot of times your friends are gonna hold you back if you don't make a change. So, like you said, you might be an inspiration. Maybe you need to separate from your day one friends and start doing some new shit. And then they look at you like, damn, he's making moves. Now you just inspired them. And that really wasn't even your intentions, but they see you doing shit. They're like, okay, now I need to get them to do something. Then you guys might reconnect in the future. Mm-hmm. So it's easy. We live in a time where it's easy to stay comfortable, especially if you're in like your late 20s, early 30s. It's easy to like kind of just say, this is just what life is going to be for me. Like this is just like
crazy to me, though.
Yeah, no, it's crazy, but this is how people think. Like this is how it is, bro. Like, and that's just what we're dealing with. So like, where do you think that comes from you to where it's like, I got to do something. Like, I'm holding myself accountable. The first generation from Jamaica, I need to do more. Like, for a person who's like thinking in their head, like, fuck, like I'm kind of comfortable, I'm lazy. Like, where does that come from? No, you want to do more. You like have this burden of performance. Like, I got it. I just need more. Like, where does that come from?
Yeah. There's many different aspects that I can pull from. I remember getting on the school bus. I was going to high school. I was in 9th grade. You were around 14, 15, something like that. 14, 15, or maybe 10th grade, 14, 15, 16. Either one. I was in between those three ages. And I was sitting next to my friend at the time. And I said, yo, ain't that shit crazy that once we graduate high school, then we got to spend 4 years in college. And then after that, we got to spend 40 years in a job so we can retire. And that's it. And I'm 14, 15, 16 saying shit like that, right? So I was like, nah, fuck that. I want to be rich. I want to be rich. I remember from a young age wanting to be rich. I remember my parents struggling with credit card debt, trying to figure shit out when in the States. And I'm like, yo, I want more. There was always some type of inspiration for wanting more. I saw my late brother who passed away back in 2020 that he didn't live up his potential. He didn't live up to his potential. 25, got with some girl. She was cute, but she wasn't even that hot. Trinidadian girl. Not saying there's some badass Trinidadian girls, but he had so much potential. He got married, got lazy, didn't follow his art. By the way, my brother was a phenomenal artist. He was drawing wise and painting wise. All his friends who were artists, even artists to this day say, yo, your brother was ahead of his time. Didn't pursue it all the way. Died at 40. Did not live up to his potential. Another lesson right there. But that's in my 20s. I'm learning that lesson, right? And another big one. So my parents, my brother, seeing him struggle, not reaching his full potential. That came into, so 16, and I got another one at 25, and my son. Biggest catalyst, right? I was 20 years old when I had a child. It wasn't even a relationship. Shout out to my baby moms though. She all right. She cool. I pray for her success. She's just not with me. It is what it is. Right. But I have my son and with some girl, it happened.
Shout out to your son, bro.
King, bro. He's the king, bro.
King in the building.
What's his name?
My son's name is Azrael.
Yo, shout out to you, Azrael. You're gonna be a big timer, bro. You falling in the legend's footsteps.
And he be seeing the cam. Yo, this kid, he likes to even with his disability, he tries to fly the drones. He tries to do camera stuff, and his world is just like, oh, this is normal to me. He don't even know that shit's not normal for a child, right? But anyways, him being born, the resilience you talked about earlier, and I was thinking about it. What's another reason why the resilience happens? when you're thrown into a position of you're broke as fuck, you get some girl pregnant, and then on top of that, the child has a debilitating cerebral palsy means brain damage, if you did not know. And for the viewer, that because it's still pretty rare to a certain degree, but your child's never the same. Your child, the human being is not the same. And so I'm basically thrown into the mud with some child that can't do nothing, like Jello at this point. And it sounds kind of weird, but it literally is like that. And I was like, well, I remember hitting my knees one evening, and I said, yo, just give me the strength and the wisdom to do this shit. I'm bawling out of my eyes and praying. I'm like, just give me the strength and the wisdom to do this shit. I dug myself into this hole. I'm climbing the fuck out of this hole. The first person in my Ferrari is going to be my son.
Yes, sir.
You feel me?
You, Azrael.
You feel me? Hey, the hoes will get the Honda Accord because they can't know about the parents, my son, and the boys who were there for me in the fucking front seat with me.
Yes,
right?
sir.
And like, and he's a big catalyst because like the technology and the medical thing is there to help him improve his life, but you gotta have cash for that stuff. You gotta have cash for that stuff. I'm not rich yet, so I can't do as much as I want for him. But another thing is like, as soon as I get some money pouring in, I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I can to make sure that he's good, because when I die, I want him to be set for life. And I can't rely on anyone but me and my parents, but my parents are in their 70s. And thank God willing, I get 30 more years with them till they reach 100, right? God willing.
Amen.
But after that, I'm 50. And if I die, who the fuck gonna take care of him? A damn sure not his mom and his mom's family. They're all right, but they not me. I can't rely on anyone, so I got to make sure the system is good for him, and only I can set that stuff up. So I'm doing these things to make sure that people, my people are good, right? I want to do these things to make sure my people are good. I want to enjoy life. I want to see the things. I want to be able to drive things and buy the things I want. And yeah, I know the small little rewards of it, but it's the fact that I was able to meet all the great people. I pursued the thing I want to pursue. When I die, I want to be like, I fucking tried.
Yeah.
I fucking tried, at least. Some niggas don't be like, they don't even think that they tried. They don't even know what try is. At least I fucking tried. On my gravestone, it's like the man that actually fucking tried.
Yo.
You feel me?
Real shit, yeah.
So those are the things that drive me. Seeing my brother pass, seeing my parents struggle, and I want to be on the boat with them, and then make sure my son's good.
So yeah, let me say this then, right? Back to what you were saying earlier about like the day one friends and shit. You're right, bro. If you're still hanging out with the people that you started with, that might be a character flaw in you. You might want to get that checked out. You might want to evaluate the people around you, right? Because as you evolve and as you grow, what will happen is people will naturally just fall off around you. The crabs in the bucket mentality will not work on you if you truly can elevate with your mindset. And when you were saying, earlier, even some of the red pill guys, even some of the people that are high performers, able to see through the light, see through the blue pill bullshit, see the truth for what it is. They just some of them are not necessarily performing at this high level of leadership that you're displaying. But I have a belief that with high performers like us, if they're watching that shit, if we were a military and for whatever the high performers got wiped out and the guys that were just watching us were still there and they were the last soldier, they were the last ones, I still have faith and believe that they would carry out the mission to fulfillment.
They would step up.
Fuck yes.
Hell yeah. And I'm curious, like, we're going to call this the potential is overrated segment. Because you hear a lot of, like, potential. A lot of people have this potential, but 9 times out of 10, most people don't live up to their potential. And I know you mentioned with your brother, he had a lot of potential. So what do you think really held your brother back from reaching his full potential? And people in general, based off what you see, what do you think hold them back from reaching their full potential? Just... It's a fully loaded question, but it's you hear people like potential people. A lot of people have a lot of potential, but they don't ever live up to anything. So it's like, what's holding these people back from living up to it?
Yeah, I did
Don't
a
be a
self.
bitch.
I'm glad you asked because I did a self-analysis not at the beginning of the year about it. Like I looked at our timelines. What the fuck happened in between, right? And I did map them out. Basically, what happened at our similar ages. He got married at 25. I had the son at 20. He got divorced a few years after. So like there's little small things here and there, but I saw when I was going through his artwork, I saw a bunch of rejection letters. From different publishing companies and stuff like that. And then I was just like, but so the fuck what? There's a like bravery. There's a gumshoe about you. Man, you know how many times I've been denied jobs, pussy, opportunities. Fuck it. I'm gonna keep on going. And that's what it kind of takes.
Part of the game, bro.
It's just part of the game.
What you expect? Yes.
Yeah. Fuck you don't like me. I'm going. I'm gonna keep on moving.
Often it forces you to do some shit yourself.
Yeah. And it's like, and with that trial comes the self-belief.
Yeah.
Comes the self-belief, and it's over. But what you talked about, sticking your word for it, right? I'm gonna keep on trying. And you really just gotta, on the gravestone, keep trying. Just keep on trying. Like, who cares? Who cares? Because when in 300 years, when we're all gone, and none of our friends are here, none of our immediate family is here, no one's gonna remember the times you failed. No one. No one remembers the time Shakespeare failed. There might be some stuff in history, but everyone's remembering Romeo and Juliet.
To be or not to be.
Yeah, like you just got to keep on trying, and you just
we read.
right. The coloreds read, right? So, like you just got to keep on trying, and that's what you just got to really keep yourself like, yo, 3 feet from gold, my G. Like, and I think, I'm fortunate to say this. This is me personally. Everyone has innate abilities. That's the cool thing about life and nature. Everyone does have innate abilities. Anyone ever play RuneScape?
I haven't. No.
You ever play RuneScape?
I think just like a little bit in 5th grade.
All right. It was an online computer game. I'm a fucking nerd, right? All right. So you start off at Tutorial Island, and you start off at level 1 with every single skill, right? Mm-hmm. You leave Tutorial Island with level 3 in certain skills. So everyone has like a little bit of a innate ability, right? You just find it out over time, right? We look at some like big time ball player, Tom Brady. Tom Brady had innate skill. He had innate skill with football. But there's a lot of people with innate skills in football who don't become Tom Brady. He just kept trying and pouring into it, right? My innate skill is that I don't have an innate skill. My innate skill is like, fuck it. I don't got one, so I might as well keep on going. I might as well keep on trying. So that's my innate skill. I keep on fucking trying. So if I can just pour this into the viewer, if you don't know what you're doing, you don't try to figure it out, and you don't fuck it if you don't know innate skill. Just make that your innate skill. That's the one thing I think you can make your innate skill. You keep on fucking trying because you manufacture it. It's not built in. You keep on trying. So make that your thing and keep on going.
Damn
Just
right.
keep on going.
I actually wanted to say this, right? You know, contextually, I think that you said earlier when you were younger, you say, I want to be rich, right? But listen, if I heard Suki currently say that in the current timeline, if Suki said, man, I want to be rich, you would have seen me get out of my chair and go punch him in the nuts and say, no, you don't want to be rich. You're going to be rich, Suki. That is going to happen. There is no plan B.
Yeah, there isn't. Because at the end of the way the world is moving pretty quickly, it's do or die. And it's not even about just becoming rich for all the things. It's because of what you can do with it. Money's just a tool. It's an energy that you transfer back and forth, right? And you want to be able to provide for the people you're providing for, but also share it with other people who are doing great things, so you can move together, move the mountains together, right? Because you can, with money, you can do powerful, great things with it. And I was just talking. My aunt just turned 100, right? We talked about that again, and she's surrounded by everyone. She ain't rich. She's definitely not rich, but she's 100 years old, surrounded by everyone she loves.
I love this shit, bro. When one woman, I've seen like videos where one woman from her comes like 70 fucking 80 people.
Dude.
Like when she's like in her older age.
Crazy.
Whereas you fucking whores are ruining society, you disgusting sluts. By 2030, there's going to be fucking, all of you are 30 years old with cats and had no kids. You're gross.
Yeah, but they don't see the beauty in it. Unfortunately, a lot of girls, a lot of young women don't see the beauty in it, right? And it's long-term game. We live in microwave society. It's long-term game. Yo, my dad. So my mom, my aunt is the first out of 16. She's the first she's the first child out of 16 of my grandkids. My dad is the last. He's number 15. 15 out of 16. My dad goes up to the podium. I was like, "Yo, Dad, come through and give the speech." He's bawling. My sister, and it's a big ass thick Jamaican patois accent. I wish I could do it. I sound like this. So
Try it, bro.
No, and because I sound like this, I'm the MC at all my family events because none of them sound like that. They're like, "No, you're speaking." I'm like, "Damn it!" But anyways, I'm
articulate, fam.
Yeah, right. So I wish I could throw in the patois for the girls, but I sound like this for my family, and it's a good thing. But my dad is bawling. My sister, I love her. If it wasn't for her, XYZ. If she never took care of my dad would never have me years down the line, and I wouldn't be talking to you today, right? So my aunt never directly had me, but her big influence brought me to this table to this day, right? She's surrounded by all the people that she loves, and she won't go home. I'll be real. She wanted me to go home at like 2 hours into the event. But riches can't buy that, bro. We got billionaires who fucking kids hate them. They're fat as fuck. Their girls only sucking their dick because they're rich. Like, they no one really gives a damn about them. If they died today, like, "Oh yeah, Jim was cool, but he got money and that's about it." Like, nobody cares, bro. And not saying money down everything.
We meet them. We know.
money helps.
Yeah.
That's not disagreeing. But there's guys out there, and there's even girls out there too with so much, and they don't got nothing. So how do you blend the two? That's the biggest question. How do you blend the two? How do you become that perfect, that supreme being like my aunt, who was so giving and caring, but learning the dark side of things where you're like, all right, I can navigate and stay away from the fuckery and the fucktards and stuff like that. Excuse my French viewers. But at the same time, give as well to be around good people. Like there's little nuances that when you're trying to adjust the machine. And I do speak in a lot of vagueness sometimes. So excuse me for whoever's watching. But yeah, like how do you really blend the two to really become that person when you're dying, you can be like, I'm surrounded by my family, and they were good.
I'm about to answer that question for you right now, Suki. I'm about to throw some curveballs at you, my guy. You ready?
Good.
You ready for this? Keep in mind, me and Tez are here. This is a dating podcast. You feel me? We're talking about that shit all the way. We lobbing it up, my dog. Let's go.
Bang! What's up?
You said, how do we blend the two? Very good fucking question. Now we're getting into the dating round, my guy. We got to ask you about these things, right? Now, earlier, ladies, if you were paying attention, this man is a father. He is a leader amongst his people. He is always trying to find out a way to make sure that things are good for his son and his family, and he's here for his grandma or aunt who just turned 100, and family really matters to him. And we're in a situation where when you get into the world, there are people with a lot of money, no personality. There's people with a lot of personality, no money. But how do you blend the two? So, Suki, what kind of girl are you looking to date? Is one of the questions I'm going to ask you for. Like, are you dating? What the fuck is up with the green bubble? We got to go into that. And of course, I would just want to make this announcement for people that are in the show. You know, me and Tez, we have very, very open, clear objectives about how we see the world of dating. We understand that other podcasts are exposing that. We invite girls here to do panel shows with us as well. And we do expose these kind of things. But in looking at things from a different perspective, we give you 5-star solutions. We have circles that we're building. I am a huge proponent of saying, listen, in masculine nature, if your man is being really true to his actual sexual objective, he wants to have many women. I talk about this all the time. That solves a lot of problems. Many people coming together as a family. You, one man, many girls, solves a lot of problems if you're able to lead that correctly. Tez shares this belief system, and Tez is very skilled in the world of dating. My guy, tell us what the fuck is going on. What kind of girls you're running into. Suki, take it away, bruv. What does it look like for you?
I got you. A key point, though, I do want to emphasize: if you can lead it correctly.
Amen.
Let's be real. The non-monogamy is not good for a lot of guys because they just don't know what the fuck they're doing.
And
They lead. They're gonna lead a lot of girls astray. But that's what they got y'all. If they really want to take that challenge, because just like that's like the Muslim guy. You better. That shit costs money. Girls ain't cheap. Girls not cheap. But my dating life. So right now, I'm talking to this girl. She's cool. She's real cool. She's Mexican and Salvadorian. It's a little strange being RP aware, and it's funny. RP aware was never like a old aware. It was just for me as a Jamaican. You kind of grow up with it, but there is no one to articulate it. So you're kind of. And my aunts always told me as a kid, like, yo, watch out for the gal them. I'm like, all right, cool. Like, what the fuck's wrong with them? Yo, you'll find out, but watch out for them. So learning these things as an adult and being from guys who are articulating it just made sense. I was like, this is old thought. Oh shit, mom. Let me that's my phone.
No problem, big dog. Grab it. We got you. Don't worry.
RP, for you guys that have been living under a rock for fucking these past however long, RP is red pill. Just being able to go against the standard norm in the community or in society. So RP is just having the awareness to know that what you've been told about, whether it's dating, economics, society, that it's just a lie. So that's what being RP is. So yeah, we're gonna get back into it and break down RP
like
and dealing with women.
It's seeing the truth about the nature of dating.
Yeah, it is. And some guys aren't. They're not ready for it, but because red pill rage is a whole thing. Oh, it's a whole other topic in itself.
Yes.
if you don't overcome it, but it wasn't a big deal becoming RP aware because I was like, yo, this is literally in my like as a foreign family, you kind of just know it.
Born with clarity. You see the truth.
Yeah, you already knew that these girls.
No propaganda.
You know that these girls was on bullshit a while ago, and these niggas be on bullshit too. It is what it is. Because I know some great women that have fallen to some shitty ass. You're like, nah, how the fuck you ain't see that? This niggas on bullshit. But that's a whole nother topic in itself. But I'm talking to this girl right now. She's pretty cool. But you know, when you grow up in an American society, you know these girls can act that kind of way. But she's adapting to me. She always says I'm a little rough on the edges, but you know, at the same time, these girls love it when you're rough on the edges. But she's cool though. So we'll see how things go. I'm not against seeing someone here and there. I'm just like I'm chilling. But I'll be real with you, dating, especially as a father with a major disability, dating already with a kid. Girls are definitely not willing to take on the challenge. There's more guys are willing to date single moms, as we all know, but women, oh boy, these girls is fucking ruthless. They're like, oh, you got a kid?
Is that like a new thing? Do the women fucking hate kids, want to abort everything, kill every fucking thing? You give them the fucking ability to have, what is it? My body, my choice. They're just
maybe, but
was it like that before? Is it like that? Give me your experience.
I don't know. So because look, I had a kid pretty early. That's when I started actually trying to date, right? So, but I've had plenty of girls be like, "No, you got a kid. I'm good." I'm like, "Cool." That kind of frees up space to me. But I have had women that have tried. They're like, yo, I rock with you. I think you're cool. You know, you're cute, like blah, 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 blah. I like your vibe. But then when the kid comes into play, it's always that, you got a kid. But it, by solipsistic nature, right? It is what it is. I've always heard, because I know I'll never be number one. But at the same time, I'm like, girl,
what the fuck?
but at the same time, I'm like, girl, you was never gonna be number one. If like, I'm always number one. And then what after that? The girls come and go, but the kids stay.
Right.
So I'm not about to put you number one regardless. But me and my kids first. Even if you the mom, me and the kids first. And I know that's a weird way to look at it, but it's because of my reality that has happened. But at the same time, like, I'm not against it. A lot of the times when I tell girls what it is, and it loses me a lot of pussy. I'll be real with you. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty blunt and honest.
But you're filtering this way on purpose.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Blunt.
And
because he's a fucking man. You pussy ass bitches. And he's being brave.
And I got my son. Yeah. I got my son. Like I be telling him, I don't got time for you. Damn. You don't? I don't. Deuces. I get it. One thing girls love the most without your money is your time. because they always say that's the one thing you can't replace. I'd be like, damn, so you know. But
You know
that's
what you want, you attention-seeking
but it's okay because I get it. It's nice, right? The cuddles is nice. I get it. The time and the lovey-dovey stuff is nice. I get it. I get it why that's what they want. But when you don't got it, when you don't have the time, you really do appreciate it. When you don't have it, you appreciate it. That's the human fallacy, right? And I know that I got too much shit to do. I got way too much shit to do. So I'm seeing it's hard for me to date more than one girl. I do 2 max.
Well, is that what you? I can ask you for the Suki sauce. Like, is that what you do? Is that what you want? You're aligning with your mission. Who gets to walk in lockstep with you?
Got you. Yeah, I mean that's just me personally. Yeah, because you're asking me personally. More than 2 because it's just a lot. Mm-hmm. It's a lot. It's a lot of time. It's a lot of attention. It's a lot of. I'm cheap as fuck. I'm still Jamaican as fuck. I'm cheap as fuck sometimes. And it's just a lot to balance.
Are you running into girls that don't add value? You know what I mean?
Here and there, like it kind of
like they subtract but don't add.
Yeah. But at the same time, it's you kind of just let them through the door, and you let them, and you see and you watch what they do. I'm not gonna force anything on you. Damn because right. A lot of girls are like, I remember one time I was talking to one girl, she was just like, oh, you don't really take serious after a year? I was like, yeah, because I don't know you. Oh, well, that's too long for me. Bye. Peace. So like, it's like little small things. I just filter out. I filter out very quickly.
Smart.
Like I said, I lose out.
Take notes.
A lot of pum-pum.
That's a good thing.
I lose out.
That's extremely good. That's
it's
respect,
hard,
boy.
It's hard for me to lie. That's just a part of my nature. It's hard for me to lie to these girls, and I know they want a dream sold. I remember one time not too long ago, it was this girl, we were talking, and she's like, oh, I'm willing to deal with it, blah, blah, blah. I said, in my head, I'm like, deal with it? Bitch, you get a fucking package talking about you dealing with it. You getting a prize. But she was like, oh, how do you know that this is not going to work, and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, bro, like, I hear you whining and complaining already. I can't, and I don't want to do this to you. I could save you. You could be saved for another guy who is willing to put in the work. It's just me personally, man. It's hard for me because I don't want to waste my time. Bro, I could die tomorrow. You feel me? Like, what the fuck I look like wasting my time with some dumbass bitch?
Exactly.
When I could be doing this.
Exactly.
You feel me? So
there we go.
Dating wise, like I said, I'm talking to this girl. She's pretty cool. She's adjusting right now. She a little good with kids. Funny enough, she's a speech language pathologist, so she kind of works with the disabled kids already. So it's been an easy transition. But she's still around for some reason, and I'm chilling. Hey. She's still around, but we'll see how things go. No pressures. She just knows. Again, I'm rough, and she knows I'm busy.
So let me go ahead and say this, right? I'm gonna translate this for you. You're about to see. I'm about to make women better women right now. So listen up, you stupid fucking retarded bitches. Daddy's in the house. I love Chris.
He be talking real as fuck to the men and the women. I'd be like, that's just funny.
Fucking go, right? Okay, so in translating what Suki's saying here, first and foremost, he's made it very clear. Yeah, I am the man, and this is my child. You will never have a pedestal. But you will have a position. If I observe the right behavior, you can fit into my house. Keep in mind, he's not the only dad that I know that's in this community. There's other men that are in a similar situation that are looking for a girl to come in with a kid and just make life nice and sweet and simple. So let me translate it for you, queens, right? Check this out. Suki is the motherfucking king of his motherfucking castle, and this king on his motherfucking castle is on a war path. The king has bared an heir. And if you want to be raised into the position of queen, you can do that. It is available to you. It is there. But you need to prove that you are available for that position, and you need to prove it to him on his program, on his path, and through his observations. Watch what he said. He said he's watching how you behave. And if the first fucking thing that you do is complain, guess what? We tuned you the fuck out. We don't want to hear you. We silently broke up with your ass. You're dead to us now. But if you shut the fuck up and you listen Oh man, Suki, what happens then?
Hey man, come ride the wave with me, because it's gonna be a fun ass ride. It's gonna be a fun ass ride. Like you're gonna be like, damn, that was an uphill roller coaster, but we had some good ass downs. Like we were having fun. Like when you have this, when you're onto something, when you're doing something, dating becomes of course you become more confident, right? I don't got the fucking Lambo money, but when I got it, right? Like, but I already know where the path is taking me.
And you show a lot of discipline, and if you had it, you would still have that discipline.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, that's like a very huge part of this.
Trust and believe that Corolla is gonna be in the fucking driveway too. Trust, because you don't always bro. I don't want to go to a grocery store with a Lambo all this fucking time. You feel me? Like there's it's economically and like strategically. Let's be real, but it's just like when you know you're on a path to something, like you know it's gonna work, you just move a little different. You're not, and yo, I'm telling you, I'm saying this. I've said this on privately, but these girls act like the pum pum is gold, but that shit not even roast beef brown. You feel me?
And it's been used,
bro. And it's not even their fault. It's these guys putting them on a pedestal for making them think that. So the guys are putting the vagina, the pussy over everything.
Everything.
So it's really this is all because of simps. So these girls are behaving this way. All this shit is happening because of simps. So it's really these guys' fault. And it's interesting. Like I like how you go about you're upfront about it, because that's how you filter out and you find the ones that are actually for you. And something else that you mentioned is that you're into dating one girl, so there's not like a correct way to do this.
One
like,
or two,
or how one or two, maybe 10.
Yeah, it just depends on how the time look, right? Because again, I don't want to waste their time either. I don't want to waste their time.
Exactly.
And that's and that's something that I was gonna say as well. But there's no right or wrong way to do this. Find out like what's best for you inside and what you want. So don't try to like be cool or something you're not just because that's what everyone else is doing. Like it's okay to be your own individual person and know what you want for yourself. But something else I was gonna touch on is that don't waste these hoes' time. If you're dealing with a good girl, like why? There's girls that I let go because I'm like, you're genuinely a good girl, and it's like, let me save you for someone else. I'm on a path to where I'm just working 70, 80 hours a week. I could easily string you along and fucking play the game and waste your time, but it's like I'd personally feel bad about doing that. So it's like it's okay to let some girls go, or however you want to play it. If you're a dude, you want to sell her the dream and fucking play the game. I get it.
Yo, Fresh, what you doing, bro?
Shout out to Fresh. So yeah, I just wanted to touch on that. And now you mentioned over our RP or you mentioned that red pill rage. Like, how do you overcome that like that?
Yeah.
Do you deal with it or do you watch
have
it?
You ever dealt with it?
Yeah, I dealt with it a little bit. I
deal with it politically. With a certain group of people, I need those pictures.
Yo, so did you ever get the full? Are you just missing the O/ photos, or did you get the whole? Just the only one you're missing, right?
Just those.
Okay, I got you.
Everything else from the event, you hooked me the.
All right, bet, not a problem.
I think you hooked me up first, if I'm being honest.
Not a problem. I got you. So, I did deal with it just a tiny bit for the small nuances. Man, I'm a lover boy. I'll be real with you. I'm a lover boy. I show my love in different ways, though. I love to cook. So these hoes be feasting when they be like, damn, you cook bomb as fuck. I'm like, yeah, I know I cook better than you.
And homie's swollen in real life. You know the diet's on point, bro.
No. I got shit. I got shit to work on it. But I like to give in different ways. My money is, like I said, I'm cheap as fuck sometimes, so that's a little trouble sometimes. But
smart. These are weird times.
Yeah. But I'm a lover boy. I do have that duality sometimes. I'm a little cutthroat a little bit, but I am a lover boy when I really fuck with you, right? So RP rage. So I was dating this girl for a little bit. It was cool. We had a fun time, but she was on. Our goals didn't align. So I ended up breaking things off. Shout out to her though. She cool as fuck. She got a new man, so that's good to her. But you know these girls get new men every day, right? So, yeah. She, my boy said she found the Temu version of me, and I was like, damn. But it is what it is. That's still my homie though. I don't ever talk to her, but that's still my homie. I always pray for my exes. But then I started. Coincidentally, I had found Austin Dunham's content. You guys know him, right?
Yeah.
Out in Miami.
Bro. I was literally living in Orlando when he was making his stuff, and then I think like I noticed that he was in Orlando at that time, and it was like pretty cool, right? Now I'll say this in my own personal experience, because I was out there living my life. His content didn't matter. It was just like cool to see an influencer in your area. Now that I'm sitting behind the seat of approaching the world through the lens of an influencer, I find myself going to Austin Dunham content. I'm like, oh, that's what you need to optimize Instagram for. Because like I'm a dude, bro. I don't give two fucking shits about what the picture looks like, or how many pictures, or if it doesn't cohesively align with the brand. But it matters, and if you play the game, there's a respect and honor in it, and that dude masters it. Austin Dunham, shout out to you, bro. You're getting mentioned right here, right now on 5-star. Let's go.
Because it led me to that, but that was like soft red pill, right? And then because he was mentioned, I was like, what the fuck is this? And then I ended up hearing Rich Cooper's content. You guys know who Rich Cooper is?
Yeah.
Bald dude from Canadian.
Yeah, I've actually talked to him on Fresh and Fit. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I started hearing, and then I got his book, which led me to Rolla Tomasi's book, Fantastic Reads of the Rational Man.
Has it. He has it right now.
That's probably one of my favorite books right there. Yeah.
Right.
We read, bro.
The coloreds read, bro. We do that.
No, I'm saying. Let's go.
We educate ourselves. But
facts.
So, and then when because I was like, yo, again, I already know this stuff inherently, but I don't have some intellectual white guy articulating it. Because he's speaking to his demographic, a bunch of white dudes who don't know what the fuck is going on. And I didn't realize how cucked like white American dudes were. I did not know that. I was like, I thought all of fucking thought like this, but we were just a little low key about it, right? I didn't know he had to literally explain from the ground up about certain things.
We still feel that way.
Yeah, so yeah.
It goes inside the V.
But then, so like little small things about it was dealing with the animalistic side of the human being. Especially when it comes to men and women, and me as a man dealing with women, like a solipsistic nature, a reason why they treat you like this, why they might prefer this guy over this guy, like, and I've been in the cases of certain things. For example, the alpha fucks and breeds the girl while she gets with a beta, right? Like that's literally happened with me. Right, I got the baby with a girl, and then she got with a bum ass nigga, and she was a little upset about that.
So she goes see for the masculinity, but goes to the softer guy.
Yeah, alpha fucks beta bucks.
Yeah,
He'll fucking get the kid from the alpha, and then the beta will go provide for the
And I'm not the full blown like alpha ass nigga. I won't ever say that. Right. But I had matching the tendencies. But I was aware of I ain't dealing with. In my head, alpha just don't deal with bullshit. Right? That's all I'm thinking. Other guys will say other things, but I'm just not dealing with bullshit. That's the only thing that translates for me. I'm not dealing with the bullshit when it comes to these girls. So, but then it just articulating a little small humanist, like those lizard brain stuff. And I was like, damn, that shit cold-blooded. But you understand why women are cold-blooded. They carry the next kin. A mama bear and a mama tiger. Fucking vicious. Cold-blooded. They gotta be. Once you understand that part of human nature, you're like, women ain't that bad.
It makes you love them more.
Yeah, you're just like, it is what it fucking is. Because I don't want no dumbass bitch having my child and not protecting her. You know what I'm feeling me? Right. Like I need a mama tiger. It just is what it is.
Yeah, and you literally.
Yeah, and so once you kind of deal with that and you just accept it for what it is, you're like, oh, all right, I rock with it. I understand why women are ruthless. There's nothing there, and no shame on the game. You just got to become a better player. That's all it is. Become the better man. Become the better version of yourself. So she be like, yeah, what's up, lion? I need you to breed me now. Like that's all it really comes down to. So for me, I look at it from this animalistic point of view, and I look at it. How can I transform and change myself to a better man? She want a winner. Oh, bet. That's what I got to become. And not only just you just become for the girls, you become for yourself, you become for your family, you become for everything. Like that transformation. Yo, women can really inspire you to become the best thing ever. Men have been doing that for centuries.
That is fact.
So just use the ruthless nature to become that nigga. There's nothing wrong with that.
For sure. The people who complain about this are the people that are afraid of accountability and really taking initiative and putting in the work. Because this information should make you want to get after it more, become the man that you know you can become. Because a lot of times if you talk to like a real estate guy, right, and you ask him about crypto, he might say, I don't like crypto, I don't fuck with crypto, or vice versa. You talk to a crypto guy and ask him about real estate, he'll say, I don't fuck with real estate. But then you ask him like, how does it work? They'll say like, I don't know. So a lot of times with the red pill, this information gives you, guys will have some animosity towards women because they just don't know why they're doing the things that they're doing. They don't. So this information, this red pill information,
that is true.
This red pill information will tell you why they're behaving the way that they behave. So you can actually love them for who they are and not hate them for who you want them to be because they're not what you want them to be. So that's what this shit did for me. Like learning this information, like, damn, I appreciate them even more because I get it now.
I get it.
It makes sense.
I get it. Like, but you got the hardest part is accepting it. Yeah. Like what they say, the hardest part of recovery is acceptance.
The world is cruel, boy.
The world is cruel. What did Futures always say? He said,
yo, right here, bro.
Evil world we live in.
It's an evil world we live in. But become a superhero. Change it.
Facts.
Change it, right? Like, yo, like, man, and I know I probably to some guys this can sound naive. I didn't know what black pill and MGTOW was for a while, and I'm like,
WGTOW is a thing now.
What the fuck is that?
Men going their own way, WGTOW, women going their own way. That's that's a real thing now.
Word,
bro. But keep going.
Damn, that's rough.
Yeah,
that's fucking rough.
One thing with men, some men don't have a choice. They're just not gonna get any pussy. At least women, they're like, they have a choice.
Yeah, they got choice. Yeah. They literally say, "Yo,
it's some propaganda.
It's some like on steroids."
Yeah, no, it's still some fucked up shit, but they got a choice. But yeah, it's all good.
Damn. Okay, that's news. Okay, so like I said, like do you want to step up to the plate or not? That's what it kind of boils down to. Do you want to step up to the plate or not? Like, and you don't got to deal with the bullshit. I get it. Sometimes it's tough. But at the end of the day, when a girl denies me, I'm like, on to the next.
Well, let me ask you this, right?
Next.
If girls weren't here, why would we change it all?
Why would we? Yeah. Why?
Why would money exist?
Yeah, we wouldn't. Yo, like if fucking did not matter. Rest in peace to Alan Roger Curry, because that Mode 1 was a really good book. And just changing your mindset to going after some things. If you haven't read it, I really think you should check it out. And honestly, bro, I wouldn't say I started actually getting results until actually like the last 2-3 years. Because all right, my timeline, my boy, we had a good camp. He brought some real shit to me, and I'm glad he did to help me realize some things. 20 years old, I got a kid, right? And I got to deal with shit. Let's go back to some things that I talked about earlier.
Bam.
Bro, I am literally figuring out this bubble, figuring out this skill tree, while most guys are figuring out women. Think about that. Like, and I'm diving into some real shit when it comes to being a father. Like, this is not I got a kid on the weekends type shit. Like, I'm making sure this kid can actually walk type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm diving in deep. I don't have time to pick up the skill tree of women. It wasn't until my son can actually be all right. I'm making a little bit more money as a tech guy. And like in the last like 3-4 fucking years that I'm accelerating myself to become this guy who's actually decently good at talking to girls. And it's fucking terrifying at first. I will be real. I am not some player ass nigga. It took time to get there. And I remember reading the Player's Handbook with Rollo Tomasi, and he was like, most guys give up because, again, instant gratification, microwave technology, right? Like they can't, because a few dates go bad, they're giving up. I said, fuck that. This is a decades-long game. I got to get good. I want fine-ass girls from around the world that complement my life. All right, I got to get good at it. But I had to focus on the main thing, the son, right? So some guys are probably in my position right now, not with the child, but they're still, y'all are handsome gentlemen. Y'all got mouthpieces. Y'all are nice and tall. Like, y'all got time. Y'all had time to develop because you ain't got no fucking child, bro. Like, that's okay. That's okay, but some guys are probably in a similar boat as me, or some they're just trying to figure this shit out later.
In this community, there are.
Yeah.
You're speaking to people right now, boy.
And so give it time. Give it time, but keep on going, right? Keep on trying. And it's okay if it's later in the game, because like, bro, like we don't hit our stride till fucking late 30s, 40s.
Facts.
That's fucking okay. That's fucking okay. I'm glad I'm not some 22-year-old girl in Miami. I actually thank God I'm playing the game on the hardest difficulty.
Facts.
I thank God I'm like, oh, this shit is way more fun. Because when you start getting the motion, you're like, all right, I'm liking it now. Yeah. I'm liking the challenge, because the less challenge there is, the more bored you get.
He put it all there, but he never said it was going to be easy.
He never said it was going to be easy. So, yeah, man, like dating has been fun in this age. I'm glad I'm doing it as an older, or like not an older guy, but I'm glad I'm doing it in my late 20s and 30s, because I'm just more aware. I'm not a simp. I'm not worried about bullshit. If she want to go off on someone else, bring back my fee. My fee is 3 meals after, if that nigga took you on a date. I'll say, oh, I gotta buy a little meal for this. That you know what the fee is, because I'm not fucking with you heavy. But if you want to fuck with me, you better bring some back on that fucking date you go on, type shit. Like, I'm more ruthless, and I fucking love it.
Yeah.
I'm loving the control that I have over my own self. Girls don't bother me, bro. You just accept it what it is. Just know you're not going to get the main position.
And if you listen to him, he is a fun ass ride. So if we ever do, DJ Matchmaker, if we ever do some of that, that's how I'm going to pitch him. You stick with Suki, he is a fun ass ride. And I just want to say, like, there's the men that want to date the multiple chicks. There's the monogamy dudes. And then there's guys who don't deserve less than motherfucking dog shit on the bottom of their shoe, that haven't stepped up to the plate, that didn't develop themselves, that don't know how to treat people with respect, that don't know how to have a gentleman characteristic, that don't have any honor, that don't know how to treat a woman like a woman when it really comes down to evaluating that woman in the vetting process. And if we catch you motherfuckers, I don't even want to say what we're going to do, but at the same time, if you do want to self-improve, if you do know you're a piece of shit, if you do know that you have absolutely no skills, you got to get in the 5-star circle, man. That's something me and Tez are bringing to the forefront right here, right now. My dog Tez, you're about to say something.
No, yeah, I was going to say, bro, like, about touching on your kid, like, what's one thing that you learned about yourself, or you weren't expecting when you had a kid? Like, what's something you learned about yourself, like, when you had a kid? Like,
yeah, that's a really good question. I learned that your kids, if you pay attention, they will reflect your vices. No, they will reflect your virtues and your sins. They are a mere reflection of you, literally. And it allows you to say, whoa, if you pay attention, you say, whoa, I got some shit I got to work on. Huge anger issues when I was a kid, growing up into a young adult. I saw that happening to my son, even with his disability. Like, the kid, he's disabled, not dumb. I don't want to say that for everyone. He's disabled, not dumb. And because he's very cute. I'm the only one that tells him, you get that shit from me. Thank you very much. Hey. He knows how to use it. He knows how to use disability sympathy. So the girls love him. Oh my God, Azrael, blah 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 blah. So he'll use it for his advantage.
Nice.
But I got to keep him in check. Like, yo, the world ain't that. It ain't sugars and daisies, and it's sweet for it. Right. You're gonna become a man even with your disability. So I got to keep him in check. Anger. I had to look at that and be like, oh fuck, what am I doing? Now I'm talking with more like sternness, but I'm like, no, what's your grievances? And we'll try to figure out, do it because he's nonverbal. We'll figure it out. I'll ask him questions, and he'll say yes and no through sign language, and I'll be like, I'm getting it. So I'm learning my sins, like different little small things like that. If you pay attention to your children, they can help you correct yourself, which you can help correct them more. And it just kind of feeds into it, and it's kind of dope. It's really dope. And I have a lot of fun with it. I didn't realize how much fun I'd have with it. And I mean, it's rough. It's still rough. But the other day I went back in March, because of all the programs I put in for disability camps and stuff like that. The hospital kids, funny as hell, had gone to the Redskins Stadium, or sorry, I guess the Commander Stadium. So we were literally on the field, like doing like little running plays and stuff. It was so adorable. My first time ever being at a football place, American football place. I was like, what the fuck? I'm on the field. It ain't a game, but I'm like, I can't believe because I'm putting in the work to make sure he's good. It's taking me places that I never would imagine as well. The camera and him have taken me places because I decided to put all faith and gung-ho into it. And also, but another big thing that I learned, we talked about legacy earlier. I don't believe in legacy.
Nice.
What
is it?
When you have a child with a disability and you don't know what the future holds, and I don't even know if he can have kids. If he died and I don't have any more children, my legacy's gone, right? My legacy's gone. But it's fuck legacy. What you do now matters. You create the things. The legacy is the inspiration and the stems that you give to other people. They'll remember it, and then they'll teach their kids something like that. And it's not a physical legacy, because I think a lot of people do have. I think having kids is very selfish. It is a very selfish desire to reproduce genetically, but it's an unselfish thing to make the world a better place with your genetics.
Influence.
Yes. Creating a supreme human being that can literally influence the world in a better way, in a better direction. That is what I think more people need to aim for. If you can have that, if you have that option. I'm not just having kids to have kids. I'm having kids to change the world in a better place, to make it a better place, to have a better direction. That's what real legacy is. So if I can't do that, at least I influenced a person. Hopefully some young man out there who had a kid who taught something that I taught him to make the world a better place. That's how I see legacy as. And it's like books. Books are timeless, right? Some good, really good books are timeless. Like, that's a legacy in itself, because you're teaching men and women great information to make the world a better place.
You're opening up the questions I've been wanting to ask, Suki. You know that these questions are coming, bro.
Hey, man, that's cool. It's cool. I'm glad I'm able to share this insight with you.
On the topic of timelessness, there's many ways to achieve a legacy. And this question is all about the cameras. My dog, Sook, I hope you're ready to answer this shit. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so we know my dog out here flying drones. My dog out here connecting with the highest level of influencer. My dog out here creating all these things, creating all these different businesses. We have been talking. I know what you do with your YouTube channel. I subscribe to it. I know what the fuck is going on.
Thank you for really checking the look, man. That means a lot.
Movies, Netflix, bigger motion picture type shit, bro. What the fuck is going on, Suki? Tell me, bruv.
All right. If you haven't seen anything, that's totally fine, because I need to put more out there, right? Do you guys know who Anthony Bourdain is?
I've heard that name before, for sure. All
right. He was unfortunately, he died of suicide a few years ago. He had a lot of dark thoughts, and the catalyst was some girl broke. I think they did something happened, and he killed himself. And I was like, what the fuck? He had the fame, he had the fortune, still gone. It's like Robin Williams died. I'm not sure you guys know who Robin Williams is.
Of course.
He was a famous comedian / actor a long time ago. Yeah. Robin Williams, when he died and killed himself, we were like, yo, the funny man killed himself? But that was when we realized comedians some have the darkest thoughts. Comedians have some of the darkest thoughts.
Comedy is tragedy.
Yeah, literally. So Anthony Bourdain was a huge influence to me and my brother. I always wanted to do some travel channel stuff. I always wanted to do that, but I wanted to be raw like him. He was a little bit more corporate style because he was on a network, but with the democratization of influence, using YouTube and Rumble and Twitter and all this stuff that came in our generation, you can craft your own story. You can craft it. So my big influence is I'm my own version of Anthony Bourdain. I say the jokes. I say some raw shit. I throw nigga in it here sometimes, here and there. Like, what the fuck? No one do that on TV, right? And that's okay. I come for the community. I come for the adventure, and the travel is just a byproduct of all of it, right? And shout out to my boy Peter, who helped me figure these stuff out not too long ago. But what is on the timeline eventually? I'm thinking big. One of my mentors. Shout out to my mentor Eric as well, who's a fantastic artist as well. up in the Maryland area, and one day you're gonna see a big ass IMAX movie. I don't know what's gonna be about, but you're gonna see a powerful IMAX movie, and it's gonna make you fucking cry. It's gonna make you laugh. It's gonna make you like, I gotta get my shit together, or I gotta do some shit. It's meant to bring me to a room full of a stadium full of 100,000 people, and 95,000 people take action on their life. That's what I want the statistic to be. So I don't know where the fuck it's going, where it's going to happen, but it's got to trust the journey, right? We got talked about that. Maybe it's a 2-decade game, God willing. Thank you for giving me the breath, right? Whatever it is. Amen. But yeah, I don't know where it's going to take me. I just have little small goals and milestones in between, and I'm starting to think bigger now. First, it was just like, I'm doing a travel channel on YouTube. I don't know how that's going to work out, but now it's just turning into more and more and more and more and more. And it's the stories that I hear from great individuals like yourself and people around the world. And I'm just going to enjoy the journey, and whatever happens out of the art happens out of the art. But I wish I could give you a more concrete answer that you're looking for. I just gave you a milestone in between. Mm-hmm. I gave you another milestone in between. But let's see what we do together, man. Let's see what we do together. That's all.
You heard it here first. So we're going to go back to this video in like 10, 20 years, be like, look, I said it.
Yeah, something, right? Yeah.
And before he got his credential on the ending and the end credits, he was right here, boy.
Yeah. Because I gotta train. I gotta train and get good in all these aspects in order to help lead a team, to help create something dope as fuck. Shortly after I picked up the camera, started doing some stuff. What I wanted to, my motto stopped changing. I just want to do like a travel YouTube stuff. It was like, I want to do some cool shit with some cool ass people. And I've kept that ever since. That's my tagline, doing some cool ass shit with some cool ass people. And we'll go from there.
So the people got to know, man, is it possible that some Suki cinema can be involved in the 5-star universe?
Yeah, let's figure it out. Let's do it. Let's figure it out. Yeah. Why not say yes and figure that shit out?
Why the fuck not, bro? Because
hell yeah, bro, that's some fire shit. Like, hell yeah. So now when it comes to dealing with women and growing up, I know you mentioned growing up. You said that it's a part of you to make people feel good, make people feel special. You said this earlier in the show. Like, where does that come from? Because we live in a time in the world now where everyone's selfish. It's all about me. So you have it seems like, I'm going to help people. It's about you. Like, where does that come from?
They always say things like that come from insecurities. I remember, my memory's a big thing, right? I kind of put those things, build some bridges together. I thought about that same question. I remember, like, as a child going to some events and people will be like, oh, you were there? And I'm like, nigga, how do you not remember that I was there? Bruh. And those things kind of affect you. Those things really affect you. Like, what the fuck? You don't remember I was there? I was like, I'll never make anyone feel like they weren't there. If they were, especially if they were there. Oof. Like, and I'm proud that I have the memory and the camera to prove that we were. And if I ever do that, I'm severely apologize to her, because I know that can just fucking suck to make it feel like, yo, like, damn, it's a horrible feeling. You feel like you're forgotten in the wind, right? Like, a powerful thing that I love to do is remember people's names if they serve me or something like that, not in a subservient way, but like, for example, your waiter or your waitress, right? Most establishments teach you not to say your name unless they ask. Unless if you go like a lower end thing, like an Applebee's or something like that, and they sell all right food, I guess. But even then, whatever. Most establishments train you not to ask until your name. I always ask the waiter or the waitress, yo, what's your name? Oh, blah, 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 blah. You know how many times someone asked them that day? Probably maybe less than 5 times if they had 20 customers. Max. And that's a powerful thing, right? Like, it's not like you got to bump up in service or anything like that, but it just feels good, like, you coincidentally, you do get a tiny bit of love, a little bit more love. This person remembered my name. And for me, I just love that feeling. because I just know how it feels to not be remembered in a sense. So yeah, this world, we as a human being, the brain only has so much capacity to remember so much and everybody. I get it, but at least for 24 hours, you can kind of remember, right? Make the person feel good. Make the person feel like we are in this play of this strange ass world we call Earth together. We're all main characters. Do you guys know what the word sonder means?
That just gave me my dog. Like I run a sonder. Like I move a sonder.
Like feeling sad or
that
something?
that could be. I'm not sure if that I've never heard that phrase before.
Go ahead, man.
I just know the definition of it.
Let's go.
We live in a sonder world is what I've heard. And sonder means that the understanding that everyone on this earth lives a life as delicate and complex and convoluted as much as you. Everyone wakes up and they have a story behind it. Every person. From down the street all the way to North Dakota.
That sounds very like close to purpose. The way I'm taking it, yeah.
Everyone has a crazy ass story because we all know everyone got 24 hours in a day, right?
Damn right.
People are doing something with it, but so that means everyone has a crazy ass story in between, and it's just kind of reminding everyone like, no, we live in this play together. Shakespeare said it first, but then Oscar Wilde is quoted for saying it.
We read.
The coloreds read, guys.
Hey!
Shakespeare said it first, and maybe someone even before him said this. But it's what the world, all the world's a stage, and the men and women are just players in, or just or actors in it, and it's true.
Fucking politics too, bro. World stage type shit.
The world is a giant stage.
As of today, I don't trust a single politician in existence.
Hey man, because they're just human beings doing what they got to do.
Everyone's putting their mask on in the morning, going out. It's like my mom used to always tell me growing up, like you never know what a person's going through at home or some shit. It's like everyone's going out in the world, putting their smile on and being who they. Behind closed doors, you don't know what the fuck is happening, what the person's going through.
And you don't know how like things like that. When he's asking people their name, you don't know how you can have an influence on someone just by a little bit of kindness, bro. Yeah. Or a little bit of leadership, or a little bit of influence. You never fucking know what your true discipline means to somebody in that moment when they see it.
Bro, because like...
You're on your purpose.
Right. But because here's the immediate effect. Since we live in the microwave age, bro, you never know when that school shooter might exist. And you, by saying what's up to him, he might not shoot the school. Or worst case scenario, he shoot the school, but he don't shoot you. The first biggest
Everybody
case,
else, it's not you.
The first biggest case of that in America was the Columbine shooting. The people they didn't kill were the boys that were like, I fuck with you, run. And those are the people that told the story like, this is what they said to us. And I'm like, damn, it's just because they were nice to them. But they said, all the people that were mean to us, gone. You're like, what the fuck? So anytime there was some weird kid at high school, bro, yo, you good? You want a fruit snack or shit, my G? Well, yo, what's your name? Hey, at least he was going double take before he shot me. At least.
Shit.
Yeah, so that's just the immediate. And then I kind of say that, I don't say it jokingly, but at the same time, it's some real shit. It's just some real shit. Like, you just never know. And yo, like, just acknowledging the person, yo, yeah, you ain't fucking crazy, bro. We living in this crazy ass world together. That shit really matters sometimes. That shit really matters. So
within the context of the format of this podcast, I have one last bullet point to like talk to you about, ask you some questions, and then I'm just shooting the shit with my boys. You feel me? Cool. You know what I'm saying? We in this gang. This year, I believe, right? Earlier this year, your boy was in Miami, right? I don't know if you remember this, but do you remember I was on back-to-back Zoom calls with everyone in the Brotherhood?
Yeah.
Bruv, that's what my fucking eyes are getting dark from never sleeping in Miami, bro, right? And then you and me, we hopping on the Zoom calls and shit, right? We're talking about a lot of breakdowns. This is where I get a chance to really get like the real... That video's on my YouTube channel, Life of Chris Livestream. Get there quickly. You know what I'm saying? They could actually see you and me talking about all the things that we got a chance to talk about.
Yeah, when I was in the office. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. So in his office, if you guys don't know, Homie's really creative. He's got like a green screen that could be used if he were to shoot a camera at himself. You could edit all that shit out and put yourself like in a different area.
I could, yeah.
It's just straight up creativity, right? And then I swear, I think you got every lens known to man in existence.
Definitely not. That'd be nice though to play around with some cool ass shit. But I did have a few lenses on my backboard, yeah.
Yeah, right. So then, you've got all of this resourcefulness in you. You've got all of this creativity. You know how to do the drones. You know how to break things down and have talks with me about that stuff. You know how to use cameras. And since Suki has been here, he's actually given us some tips and tricks on how to improve our own 5-star system, right? Where the fuck you gonna get that kind of sauce if you don't have brotherhood, homie? What you gonna do? ChatGPT that shit? What you gonna do? Pay someone to ask you for that? Bro, we have sauce because sauce is in the building. And you can only get that sauce by following him, subscribing to him. Suki, bro, how can people, I got a chance to sit down and Zoom with you and shit, but how can people get value from Suki? How can we get involved with you? How can the people get a community or talk with my dog?
That's a good question. I don't even know how people can get value from me. I'll be real with you. I just be yapping, as y'all know, I be fucking yapping. I do think about what I say, but I just be yapping. That's an innate ability I got. I got kindergarten report cards saying my teacher saying, he's smart. He just talked too fucking much. And I'm like,
do you remember stuff that we talked about in the Zoom call?
I'd have to go back.
Okay, maybe he does be upping. I'm kidding. No, I remember, bro. You were giving me a breakdown. You were telling me about your son. You were telling me about your time out there where you're living. You were giving me straight sauce and straight a lot of skills that you have, right? So now that your dog is reminding you that you have a lot of motherfucking skill set,
apparently,
and maybe you're dealing with imposter syndrome. You don't really realize where you at in this motherfucker, right? Is there a future in which there is a way to pick the mind of Suki and get involved with it, or is that something we gotta sit down and talk about and look forward to, man? How do people extract the data, extract the value out of my guy? As you can imagine, this is something me and Tez are always talking about, always big on. You in the right place, homie. This is brotherhood.
Appreciate that, gentlemen. I really do. I don't know. I don't know how this shit works, dude.
Hey.
I'm honest. I'm just moving, and we'll figure out how it go. But I don't need to necessarily figure it out, because when you connecting with people, they help you do that. I think that was a big thing we talked about earlier, right? That's kind of your expertise. The only thing I got to do is bring value to extract value from you. That's all I give a fuck about. If I can help you out, then, and you fuck with me already, that means I just got to keep helping because I want to see you succeed, and vice versa. So I don't really know what to do. I don't really know how to do it, but I'll just take the wisdom from y'all. You can't think like you know everything, because fuck no. I don't want to know everything. I don't want to know everything. Life's too short to try to know everything. I'm going to just let go and let y'all do your thing. And then if you can guide me in the right direction, I got no problem with it. Either way, I still rock with you. I still rock with you.
That's a real ass answer, bro. It's easy to get up here and just fucking act like you know it all and I'm this and that. He's just keeping it real with you. But one thing he did say is he's going to add value, whatever the fuck the case is. So you can't lose with that as long as you want to add value. So
let me tell you what me and Tez have put together since the time that we had a chance to Zoom when I was living out in motherfucking Miami, living that life, and now we over here in Fort Lauderdale, just right down the street, but still moving strong, right? Since that time, me and Tez have put together a plan. Me and producer Billy have put together a plan. And everyone that is involved in the Brotherhood, everyone that's involved in our group chats, everybody that's involved in the Red Pill communities, or everyone that's adjacent to us in our mindset mentality, what you're going to see here shortly is me and Tez implementing community to get them to get the best value that 5-Star has to offer. And a lot of what 5-Star has to offer is getting the best of you out of you and being able to redistribute your value to the world, So that's something that you'll see us talking about after the podcast, because y'all can't have that sauce on the show. Maybe behind a paywall or some shit, but you can't have that shit right here. That being said, I'm just shooting the shit with my boys now, man. It's fucking good to have the dogs up in the building.
Yeah, let's go.
I have one last question
What's
for
up,
you.
Man?
There's a guy who's watching this. He's about to have a kid. He's a young guy. What advice would you give him with just getting ready to have a kid and how to handle that situation. Maybe he's stressed out like, damn, I'm fucking 19, 20, 21. I'm about to have a kid. I feel like the world's over. What advice would you give to that kid?
Yeah, that shit sucks. At least have one strong homie that you can, I hate to say it, fucking ball your eyes out to. Get that shit out the system and be like, all right, let me put my bootstraps on. Just get that shit out. You get all that emotional shit out, but it's got to be a solid ass nigga. It's a solid ass nigga that you're gonna do that with. Like, yeah, don't. Man, I'm glad I had at least one. Shout out to my boy Rende. He's now a doctor out in Louisiana. He just graduated with his PhD and his MD. Fuck my boy, he's dope as fuck.
And what's a solid ass nigga? Like, describe that person. Like, what did Rende do to show you that he's solid? Like, how did you know that I could trust him?
Damn, it was just the gut. Because I guess I have to be a little biased. We've literally been boys since like 6 years old. So from 6 to 20, you know. But there was always he's a hard worker. He ain't bullshitting. He wasn't a lazy ass dude. Man, these are some good ass qualities actually. Now I think about it. He wasn't a lazy ass dude. He'd tell you if you're fucking up or not. He's not hiding things from you. He wants to see you succeed. Yeah, those are parts of a real ass dude. Like, he works hard, real as fuck with you, and said, yo, like, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Like, and then literally crying on the phone with me, like, oh shit, this shit crazy. Like, so you kind of just it kind of goes along with those things. He wants you to be the best citizen you can be, a citizen of the world, basically, or a citizen of God, rather.
Damn.
Yeah, there was a lot of just traits that I always look. He's a few months older than me, but I always saw him as an older brother. He was just always doing cool shit. He was always working hard. He was always on top of his shit. Now, like I said, he got his PhD and his MD, and the time he's been in med school, and like one of the most surgical ass doctors that'll ever be produced in the world, and it's just one of those aspects. Like I said, I look at some of my old boys. There was the niggas that was skipping school all the time, and I was the one that was like, yo, let's go to fucking class. I get it. I don't fucking want to do this shit either. Let's fucking go to class. Those same niggas that was like, no, bro, I'm doing this. Blah. They ain't doing shit. I'm the one doing something. So it's a little small thing. I get it. I wanted to skip class sometimes. I get it. But there was always that need to, let's just get the bullshit out the way. That's the biggest thing about school, right? You just got to get the bullshit out the way. So he was always the one, straight A's, this. But he was always calm, collected, and humble. One of the smartest dudes I know. So those are just a bunch of traits. If you have that person who's always pushing to do more, then you might want to think that is the guy that you want to be like, make sure we solid, right? So having that person, having that gentleman that's like, that's a solid dude, a solid friend.
So
boom.
Let me ask you this, Suki. Are you a good father?
I am, at least I'm decent. At least I'm decent.
I have a feeling he's being modest.
At least I'm decent. And I know I got to continue to do more.
What do you think he would say?
Who?
Your friend, your family, people around you, your son.
I don't know. I got to call him and ask him. But I think he'd have at least decent remarks.
I have a feeling they'd say great.
At least decent remarks. But I think just having that and then getting that shit out the way. But knowing it ain't the end of the world. And treasure coming from the guy with that seen the word, like, yo, when you have the child with a disability, you see, and you in the spaces, oh, that shit gets bad. You talking about kids that literally look like this.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, fuck. When I brought him home, the nurse had asked me, does he use a trach? Does he have this? Does he have this? I'm like, what the fuck? And it hit me until 5 years later. I was like, oh, I got lucky. with the type of brain damage. Because not like I said, he can walk, he can understand, he uses sign language to communicate.
Right.
Like Eve, he's not perfect. He's not a traditional human being, I guess. Or sorry, not a traditional, a fully able-bodied human being. But I got lucky, right? So count your blessings for where they are. Yeah, you got to deal with this girl for the rest of your fucking life. It is what it is. But just remember, like, do what you got to do the best you can do, and don't beat yourself up too much for it. Because in a perfect world, you would have the child and the marriage with the money. You would have everything set together. But don't use it as catalyst. At that point, use it as a catalyst. Use it as a catalyst to fucking crush it. Because you're literally training the next human. So
being that me and Tez and you all have brotherhood to rely on and stuff, one of the first things that we talked about on this show, one of the very first episodes we shot, was about the importance of formulating brotherhood. Here you are in becoming a father, in literally building your next generation. The very first thing you rely on is the strength of brotherhood, a strength of another man. Men have to be strong.
Yeah.
If you don't have strong men, you have no society. If you have no strong men, you don't even have family. If you don't have strong men, you can't even be a dad, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I mean, look, the ladies, they get the baby shower, they get the oh my god, they get the support, and it's cute. It's cute, of course, and naturally, right? But then everyone always thinks like, oh, the father's got to fucking suck it up. Bitch, I'm nutted in you. I'm the one that fucking drove this shit. Like, stop playing with me. If you don't rely on me, this baby's gonna fucking crumble. Like, let's be fucking real, bro.
Like, she must listen.
And not necessarily that she must listen. It's just like, you got to remember your strength in the picture.
Right.
Remember your strength in the picture. Like,
Frame.
yeah. Because the school shooter going to happen if you don't take care of the baby.
Facts.
The prisoner going to happen if you don't take care of the baby. Most men and women, if they don't have their father in their life, there's always that seeking for something still. Let's be real, bro. Like, yo, I'm not a biblical man, but I understand the basic instructions before leaving Earth. That's the Bible, right?
Amen.
And it talks about.
That's a funny way to do the acronym. I like that.
I heard that from a great man myself. Hold on, I got that. But it's just some great, powerful stories of men and women coming to rise and falling.
Amen.
Powerful stories, whether you're religious or not, right? But like, yo, the mom, when something happened, when the child does wrong, the mother weeps and the father's the one who gets blamed. That shit happens to this day. Oh, where your dad at?
The basic principles.
Where your fucking dad at? Oh, I'm doing crime because my dad ain't do this for me. Oh, I got badass depression because my dad ain't here. I got this. We live in a society where moms get a lot of all the credit. Not saying they don't do their part. But when shit crumbles and hits the fan, who the fuck is always the one to blame?
The man.
So remember your power, bro. And that's the word. But hey, that's how you degrade a world. You make sure that the father don't know his power and you take all that shit away from him. That's how them niggas are smart. The people playing puppeteer behind this world that we call Earth.
I need those pictures, Suki.
These niggas these niggas know what they're doing.
Woo!
They know what the fuck they're doing. And it's not a coinky dink at all. They know what the fuck they're doing. You gotta remember your power as a dad. That shit is an awesome power. It ain't fun all the time. It ain't easy. But we all like, when you do, and a lot of guys, they wish they did. A lot of guys wish they had their dad. Like a lot of girls wish we save a lot of girls off the streets if they have their father.
Sure.
Let's be fucking real.
And dudes, you gotta be fucking strong to where she wants to stick around and work it out, stay with you, because we're fighting against the government, bro. Because like, if you're not a strong man who has getting the income, she's just gonna say fuck you. I'm gonna get a check from the government, and then now you can't even come in the picture because she's gonna lose that check. So she's like, do I want to deal with this weak man, or I could just say fuck him and just get this money from the government? So a lot of times that's what's keeping the father out of the household too. Right. And Tommy Sotomayor came out with a good ass documentary
I got a chance
too.
to talk to him in real life. That dude is awesome.
It's called like Fatherless America, bro. It's a good ass document. You gotta tap in, watch that shit. It shows you a lot, but we gotta be strong men at the end of the day, because it's like what's the saying? Like, men keep women off stripper poles or girls off stripper poles.
Yeah, good father. Yeah, it's true.
And men and their boys out of jail. So it's
Yeah.
like you gotta be the disciplinary figure in the household and be that strong. Because a lot of dudes are weak, bro. And that's done like on purpose, strategically. It's not fucking on accident. It's like,
of course,
let's keep the man out of the household so they can be separated. They both find a job and pay taxes. Again, it comes down to paying taxes, and it's better for the government. So you got to be a strong man, because if you're not, your girl's gonna fucking leave you and say, I'm gonna get this check from the government, and then you're just gonna be like, oh, I only get to see my kid every blue moon. That's because you were not a strong man in the first place. So have your shit together.
Yeah, 100%.
And yo, when you see here, I just thought about some indicators. If you about to go with a girl and you're like, damn, I might have some child or whatever. If you think about it, of course, when a girl has a good, strong father figure, it's a lot easier. It's a lot easier. Because she know her father can be like, girl, you want fucking bullshit. What the fuck are you doing? Like my daughter is gonna be, if hopefully I do have one. I want another son and I want to have another daughter. Actually, I want 3 more kids.
You don't want Suki, you will.
Hey man, whatever
you
happens.
will be rich. You will have them kids.
The richness, yes.
There ain't no other option.
The richness.
What you gonna do once you have money? Procreate. Let's go.
So like, yo, she is gonna be pissed as fuck at me. Cause I'm gonna be real as fuck, but at the same time, but when she's older and she got a good life with her husband, that nigga was right. I know I was right, bitch. Like, what are you talking about?
Hey,
my son's gonna say the same thing. Yo, fuck, dad always on some bullshit. Damn, that nigga was right. Like, it just is what it is. Like, cause I gave a damn,
bro. Real shit, bro. Girls that weren't raised by a strong father, they're the ones that say toxic masculinity. And
yeah,
shit. Bro, girls that I'm around that were raised by a strong father, they're not offended by me or any.
That's actually one of his requirements.
They understand.
Is, yeah.
No, yeah, like you have to have your father in your life. Like, oh, some real shit.
It matters a lot.
That's a fact, though, bro. Hell yeah.
And I also say this, women, listen. All the shortcomings of women is the fault of man. It always starts with the man
It
first.
ends with the man as well.
100%, bro. That if you are one of the dudes and you watch that Homer Simpson bullshit growing up, or Family Guy, or American Dad, or whatever the fuck it is now, and they make the man like a bumbling retard, dumb as fuck, and you fall victim to this shit, and you say dumb shit like happy life, happy life. If you're one of those twinks, this podcast is for you, bro. We're trying to wake you up right here, right now.
Bro.
You don't get mad at the girl. You don't ever get upset at the girl. It's 9 times out of 10, if she's not what you want, it's your fucking fault.
Yeah, that's true. Yo, what's funny, I was actually on the when I was coming down here and I saw some of that type of interaction. I'm like, damn, your girl is not excited to get her back blown out by you. That shit fucking crazy, bro. That shit is fucking crazy. But damn, hey, man, it just is what it is. It just is what it is. So to answer your question, for the young men, if you guys happen to have a child and you're literally damn near in the same position as I am, just have your boy vent, try to figure this shit out. And sometimes it's not perfect. It might be with a girl that, just one night, I fucking get it. I'm literally in that boat. But remember your power, because at the end of the day, when shit hits the fan, the child's gonna be on you anyways. All the shortcomings is gonna be on you, and you have to also remember, as long as you a solid ass dude, children ain't fucking dumb. Human beings aren't dumb. Children are really smart. They know when bullshit is happening. They will be like, "Oh fuck, mom was on some bullshit." It might take some time, but you, as a man, you got to play the long game anyways. When they become adults, they're like, "Fuck. My bad, Dad." Yeah, I get it. But I did what I had to do. And save all the things you got to do on the side. Make sure that you right and your child's right. But the truth always comes to light, right? It always comes from the darkness. Always comes to light. So I know you might not be in the best position, but if you are in a more ideal situation, just remember, your power as a father is absolutely necessary, bro. Like, you embrace it. It's a dope ass power.
And let me say this: when we were all at that FNF event, Fresh and Fit event, where Wes Watson was, I got a chance to meet Bam Mankevo and talk to him, right? And he said something that I completely inherently knew, but hearing him say it out loud, I agree with fully, right? And he says, in one sense, if you know you're having a baby with a girl and there's all this like child support pressure and all these other like legal pressures and all this shit coming at you, that's one thing, right? And he's also put himself in the position to be like wealthy and well off.
Yeah.
And he says, you know, regardless, the most powerful thing that you could do in the process of having a kid is go and have another kid, and that does not stop. Right?
Yeah.
And he says, for all the bullshit that's happening with the attention of this female, assuming that's like a negative situation, the moment you go and you have another one, all the attention's on this one now, and that one stops. And if that one's a bad one, you go have another kid, all the attention's on this one, and that one stops.
You can restart. But remember, restarting is hard in this day and age. You need the capital.
Let's fucking go.
You need capital. So just
Then
be
get
careful,
it.
right? Like, look, I could have easily had another child. Like, I could pop off. You know, it's not hard. Some people be like, it's hard to have children. I don't know how the hell that shit hard, but I get it. Things happen medically. It is what it is. But
it's propaganda sometimes. I know people with kids, and it seems pretty fucking easy just from like the, you know.
Yeah, like it's like if you keep yourself in shape and like you can bust off a good loads, right? But like it is hard to reset because the cash wise. So Bandman is speaking from a position of I did reset. I can reset because I got the cash, but I'm not a big proponent of like having a bunch of baby mothers because it's just a drain on your resource. But so if you can concentrate on a fantastic woman to have some children, yes, get it. But remember, if you want to do that, gotta have the bread. That's all. That's the only caveat. I'm not against it. You just gotta have the bread and and move accordingly. Move accordingly. It just splits your time. It splits your attention, and that's the only thing. But if you can reset, try it. There's nothing wrong against it. There's nothing wrong against it. Just know it just splits your energy and your time. Right, that's the only thing. And the more you do, the more you become, the more money you get, more problems arise. That takes building the empire takes a lot.
With him, I believe he's somewhere in between like 7 to 10 kids he's had.
Damn. But he got the money for it.
Yeah, and he said,
got the
like,
money
right
for
after
it.
That, I am a rich man, right?
Yeah.
He kind of phrased it exactly like.
Look at Nick Cannon, and see these people always forget this shit. Like, oh yeah, I can bust off shot. Nick, they rich. Put in the work first. If you want to do that,
this is from the frame of abundance.
Yeah, because you can afford the abundance. Like, do that. If you want to do that, cool. But don't be like, no, I can do that shit because I'm a king. No, nigga, you don't got no kingdom yet. What the fuck are you doing?
I just told you about you dog shit fools. If you're a dog shit motherfucker, you need to become a 5-star motherfucker.
Bro, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you can't, because then the kids can't eat. The kids can't eat properly. They can't get the good education. They can't.
And then your women turn into men.
Dog. See, so like, unfortunately, I realize a lot of guys are, as men, we are problem solvers, and with that comes very literal thinking. And I realize a lot of guys they need to learn the ability of nuances, which is women are really good at. They're really good at with nuances and little small things, but because they're good at it, they get caught up in the circle of it.
Right.
Yeah, so
Small
they get up in the
work.
Yeah. But so as a man, you got to learn, be literal, but because we are that creature that just goes for it, solves the problem, meat's on the table, boom, we're good. There's small little nuances in between, right? And so you got to just really remember there's little things in between that you got to work on. So even the kid situation, there's nuances to it. There's nuances to being a great dad. Sometimes it's sacrifices of being the Alan Rogers Curry has said this the best. The most alpha guys have the most kids, but they're not the greatest dads. Because having children and being like a really great father in that sense, you have to give into the softer side to you sometimes. Because it's not just I'm being stern all the time. You have to remember they're still emotional. They're children. You have to pull yourself a little back and be like, all right, let me level with them. I'm not just all disciplinary sometimes. My older brother only got 8, 9 kids, something like that. That nigga's a boss. I will say that. He got a bunch of baby mothers, and they all fucking know it. He a cool ass dude too.
This is a different brother, or like the?
Oh yeah, so I have two brothers. My brother that's alive. Everybody in my family know my brother. Like, He got the girls. It is what it is, right? He got a bunch of baby mothers.
Is he the first?
The first boy?
Yeah.
No, so on my dad's side of the family, he's the third child, but he is the first boy. I'm the second.
All right. Okay.
Right. But sometimes so he believes like, yo, spread seed. I get it. Me and his other boy was talking to him, and he was like, yo, like, his other boy doesn't believe that. His other boy's like, no, like, fuck that. Like, I'm just gonna have the child with one kid. I build bridges. I understand the nuances. Having children with one girl helps with the money and the time and the energy. Having a bunch of baby mothers, fun, but look what you got to sacrifice for it. So there's always a pro and a con, right? So my brother, boom, bunch of kids, sexy gal everywhere, bro. Cool as fuck. Player lifestyle. Nigga, that shit's exhausting. When I look at him, I be like, damn, I can't juggle 4 or 5 bitches. That shit's exhausting. Now I got 8, 9 kids. That's exhausting. He has to deal with baby moms from different worlds and shit like that. And then he can't give them, and sometimes the kids come to me like, yo, uncle, you're different. You can level with us. Because my brother's on gung-ho. Real ass nigga. Real, but he doesn't, sometimes it's hard for him to pull into the softer bag. Let me level with them. So when I be talking to him, I'll be like, yeah, but your father ain't fucking wrong. It's hard for him to pull back from the full-blown alpha mentality because that's all he knows. He just knows gung-ho. So I'll be like, yo, like, but I was forced to do that because of my child's situation.
Right.
So I had to learn that. So I come to them with that understanding. But I'd be like, you motherfuckers on bullshit. Your dad's telling you the right thing. It's just hard for you to take it because he's on gung-ho. I can come back and then hit them hard in the chest and they're like, damn. Yeah, you're not wrong, but my dad's still an asshole. I'm like, yeah, you got to because you acting fucking stupid. So there's a small little nuance. It's hard to be the greatest dad when you're just a straight up alpha. You got to have some, it's not beta traits, but it's like you got to understand how to use the beta traits. Does that make sense? Well, the softer side of things.
There's
alpha, beta, but there's like just connecting with people.
Yeah. So, like, and I know some people can get, and some people can get lost even in the terminology we're talking about.
Right.
But the nuance.
Right.
Softer skills. Right. You gotta be able to be like
people skills.
Yeah. You gotta be able to chill sometimes. It's not gung ho all the time.
Right.
And that's the thing. So that's what I say. In order to become the best, you gotta build your softer side to a certain degree, but don't fucking get lost in it. Don't become I'm my dad's best friend. No, then that bitch sucking dick behind your back, and you're like, oh my god, my daughter. You're like, no, fuck, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you still gotta be that real ass dude.
You lost the frame.
Yeah, you lost the frame.
Ain't no way, bro.
And it's better to be like a hard ass father figure dad because the world's not going to be easy on you. Like, it's not. So I'd rather have someone who's being hard as a kid than a soft ass dad. If I had to pick a soft ass dad or someone who's being extra hard on me, I'm going to pick the hard ass dad because the world's going to be hard as fuck on men. You don't get any passes.
But you don't understand that until you're an adult. That's why I say, yeah, if you had to choose between the two, but fortunately for us, you can blend certain aspects of the softer side to make, and that's a lesson I had to learn. So I say that to the gentlemen if they're trying to, you're gonna have to do that. You're gonna have to do that to become like the best father version of yourself.
Man, I say fuck all that. Deal with the psychological trauma later. I'm going full fucking Terminator, bitch. Do your fucking homework. Get in there.
There's a yin and yang to everything, right? There's a yin and yang to everything.
Yo, literally. So like on a whole other note, right? They're in the context of like dating, like when you are a dude that's on your shit and you're really out here and you're really putting energy into women and you're really trying to like figure out who your girl's gonna be or like your girls or whatever. I'm actually working on an episode that I want to do with Tez, and the premise of that episode is that men are sexually neglected in the modern day. Tell me what you think about that concept.
Yeah, that's just crazy. These girls ain't beating off their man. Like, that shit don't make no sense. Like, what the fuck's going on? You better, why not hop on him? That shit crazy to me, bro. Like, but like we talked about earlier, they're not, these niggas is hoes.
Yeah, bro, niggas are gay.
These niggas is hoes. Like, they don't want to smash themselves. They try to get some straight, strong meat in them. You feel me? So what the fuck are these guys doing? That's why they come to you. They come to you. Like, come on, man.
5-star.
These girls want to get their back blown out, bro, but they want it from a dude who's cool as fucking, it's sick as and awesome. So, but I see no problem becoming that man. What the fuck are you doing?
Bro, I see this all the time. Like, a girl will withdraw her sexuality from like a certain man, but then you put that girl in front of Tez, it's gonna be a different story.
Bro, that's what I'm saying.
Put him in front of fucking bro. Yo ass too, bro.
What the fuck, dog? But that's why they have to come to you guys and other great strong men. Be like, yo, become the monster that she wants in the sheets, bro. In the sheets,
just
bro.
saw this blind dating episode on YouTube, right? Because me and Tez, we study the game always. We always stay sharp. We're always taking notes, right? This girl, it says, I like good guys, right? Okay. So then the studio gives her the bachelorette frame, right? So they give the whole show to her, and she gets to pick bachelors to pair off with her in this blind dating episode, right? So the title of the episode and the premise of the episode is that I like good guys. She gets a line of good guys, except for one dude who's like a little bit like nonchalant, don't give a fuck. Out of all the good guys, she picks that guy.
Of course.
They say one thing,
like fucking
they want
clockwork.
the exact other thing. What do you think of this, bro?
Like fucking clockwork. That shit's hilarious, right? Hey, yo, I don't know why, but we do live in a society where, you know, a girl's modesty is taken very highly, right? And I get it for many different reasons, But if she chooses you, she here's the dark side, right? She wants to be spit in her face. You know, she wants some slaps. She wants to get dogged out. And the more you embrace that masculine dark side, oh, the funner it fucking gets, right? I
thought you were a lover boy, bro. What happened?
I am.
What happened, bro?
I definitely am. But like, you know, like behind when the door closes,
you gotta earn that shit. You gotta earn that.
Yeah, but
No,
when the door closes, give her what she wants. Because
she can't say what she wants.
but she will when that door closes.
Hey,
and allow her to say it, right? Allow her to say it. Allow her to show up and be like, "You good? You good?" Like, now what's good?
Secrets with Suki.
Yeah, what's good? And I think and the more men embrace that darker side and release it in that way, not only do you become healthy, you become more energized. She becomes more happy. It's another little piece of adding that confidence EXP to your level. Like, as a man, confidence, there's some niggas that are born with I'm balls to the wall confident. That shit's cool as fuck to me. As a regular dude, I understand building it from starting from level 1 to coming up to the small level I am now. Cause I ain't all the way yet. Thank you. Like, I understand. Like, so I'm level with all the regular dudes right now who are trying to become extraordinary. I fucking get you. And I'm talking from a position of I'm leveling with you. The little aspects build your confidence level. Releasing that side of you, becoming more comfortable with that side of you, it allows you to transfer that energy to different parts of your life. So you have no problem pulling that bitch's hair, fucking grabbing her by the fucking throat, slapping on and dogging her out. Cause you'd be like,
loading the gun with bullets, pointing it to her forehead.
Yeah, type shit. And be like, and cause you're embracing the masculine drive.
Yeah.
And she likes it. There's nothing wrong with her not liking it. Because then she calling you Poppy and you're like, oh shit, this is kind of cool. Like, you start to love it more, you start to embrace it more, and you're feeding the animals that you both are at the end of the day. And it's such a cool ass feeling. I think when God was making human beings, he was like, look at this fucking experiment right now. This shit's gonna be lit. They're half man, half beast. Let's see what we do with this shit. Boom. And now you can embrace that. Embrace that part of you. Embrace the lizard brain, bro. The lizard brain wants to go ham, bro. Embrace the lizard brain.
In this regard, do you think women are natural frame testers? Yes, no, or why?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Why?
It goes back to biology. And as cheesy as it sounds in the red pill space, right? Or the manosphere space, or whatever the fuck you want to say it. It goes back to biology. They got fucking kids. They build in the kids. They don't want no bitch ass lion. They want the king of the jungle. They gotta test you. And I look back on, like, as again, I told you in the last few years I've been going through my player's journey, as I like to say it, right? I look back on the tests that the girls have sent me and I failed. You take the EXP points and you go back to the drawing board. Oh shit! All right, I know what to look for now. Yeah. But you're making yourself better. It's not that you're becoming a con artist. You are eliminating all of the bullshit from yourself. I think when women test you, it's a great litmus test of who you are as a man, but it helps deal with your own bullshit. You weed out all the shit that don't work for yourself and for the ladies. I think when men, they look at the negative side of things, right? When you go to work out, you're testing your muscles to the limit, right? You're weeding out the fat. You're weeding out the weak energy. You're weeding out all the things that don't make you lift stronger and heavier. And girls make you lift that side of you as well. They work out your player side too. They work out the mouthpiece, the what to say. They make you work out the how to plan dates and become a leader in how to lead the charge of things. Like the small indicators they look for, right? So why not embrace the test? Fuck, I got an F on this one. Let me go back to the drawing board and study, my nigga. I got a D on this one. She still let me hit though. I bet I got some things now. Oh, shit, I got a B plus now. I'm deep in earth row on day one, bro. What the fuck? So it just gets better and better and better. So like, man, yeah, does it suck? In the moment, yeah, you're like, fuck, man, I feel like a bitch ass nigga, right? I feel like a loser because rejection does suck. But the more you go through it, the more you're like, good. I'm glad I'm going through it. So yeah, women need the test because you want to be the strong king of the lion, spreading seed.
See, now you're making me feel like I gotta ask you more questions, bro. Like,
That's good.
Like you're really picking. You make me feel like I gotta pick your
Go
brain
ahead.
now, right? Okay, so
I'm here as long as you need me,
bruv. Okay. Earlier, you were saying that you have this mentality that you've adopted when you're talking to people, and it's very much like, how can I make your dream come true kind of thing? Mm. Let's do that with Suki real quick, right? Mm-hmm. Dream girl scenario, dream relationship scenario. What is the dream scenario? Yo, bitches, you better listen. What is the dream scenario for you to have the life that you're looking to achieve and be prosperous in?
What is the dream scenario?
Hell yeah. Don't hold back. Let's go, bro.
Fuck.
Don't hold back, bro. No modesty, no humbleness. Say your shit.
You know,
lay them cards on the table, boy.
You know, I actually have to do homework on that. I'll be real. I never thought about that.
Suki,
I never thought
bro.
about the
Suki, bro. We're
in
counseling right now, bro.
I never. Let me think. Let me write that down. Dream scenario. What does it look like? What does it look like? How spell? Like,
that's real though, shit. Niggas asking questions, motherfuckers haven't thought about.
Yeah.
Yo, listen, your brother's gonna do this with you, bro.
I mean, hey, I will damn sure not be one of the fakest interviews you'll ever have. I'll be some real shit. Like, I don't know like I said, I don't know everything. I don't want to know everything. I just want to keep on going and try to figure it out. What does the dream scenario look like? Man, it's so. All right, I'll build from the simpleness. Money's never an issue. I don't got to be the richest dude, but it's anything I need and want, we're good, right? And I don't need much. Well, I don't want much. I don't need much either.
Lamborghini over here.
Yeah, the Lamborghini, of course, right? But remember, right next to it's the Corolla. Like,
I got you. I'm
right? So, but money is. I'm good for my family. Projects that I know that can help change the world, like science experiments, I want to be able to fund. I'm not the smartest in the room, and I don't want to be, again, like I said. So we hired a team and a scientist that can make shit done. I just saw an article about if you squeeze a water into a nanotube, it becomes a highly electrical conductive thing. And I was like, what the fuck? And that's some nerd shit right there.
Like cerebral palsy in terms of the electric wiring inside of a human or something?
That's possible.
Well, then hire them motherfuckers.
That's
Let's find
possible,
out.
right? Like you put some water and some nanowire, and they're doing some research in, I think it was the University of Michigan. But imagine you have nanowires of water running through the power system.
Mm-hmm.
Electricity becomes cheaper.
Ether, electricity's free, or whatever.
And human beings, you're right? We're literally harnessing the ether of the world. But and imagine your electricity bill damn near $0. And you know, some of the biggest problems that we face in human society.
I'm pretty sure if we harness ether, it would be that now. But yeah, that's a whole other time. Keep going.
That some of the human problems that we have, like I'm thinking big, like solving human problems so we can do more cooler shit.
Free up our time.
Yeah, and like, and things, and we can create spaces that can grow great food, and we can do things to power our systems, and so we're not worrying about fossil fuels and stuff like that. We can do bigger things, and we can really transform ourselves as a society of human beings. Like it took 300,000 years for the human brain to develop to what it is now, and in 100,000 years we can blow up the fucking world 4 times over. Now imagine that. Imagine that. So I'm just thinking, like, if I can fund science to help progress the world, of course with it will come destruction, because that is the duality of being a human being, right? But if I can help fund things to do cool shit like that.
That makes me think of like the dude who made like gasoline out of plastic. That's
Plastiline.
Plastiline.
Yeah.
I like that guy.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So be able to do some cool shit like that. Selfishly have property around the world.
Okay.
So I can bounce around and always have a place to stay.
Don't hold back, bro. Keep going.
And they're like cabins and shit. They're not even like big ass mansions, because that's a lot to clean. Ain't nobody got time for that shit. I be thinking logically. I ain't gonna hold you.
Mansions are dope, but I do think that is kind of out of style in 2025. Even though like I guess objectively that is dope, but like with modernity, you can get a whole lot more out of less if you set your shit up right, especially with the creative way that we think. You know?
Yeah.
I get that.
And yeah, like I get it. Like
sometimes less is more in certain
yeah,
scenarios.
exactly. I don't need like 10 mansions around the world. Give me a nice place for me and my family to stay. And if my boys come through, yo,
Hey.
I need a place to stay in Kuwait. Like, I don't know how the fuck they got to that Arabian country, but yo, I need a place. I got you. I got a nice 3-bedroom for you and your family. Some boys like you trying to do some cool shit while you're there. Bet.
Damn
All right,
right.
so I'm jumping around the world. I don't got to worry about anything. What else can, like I said, my family's good. I'm good. Oh man, I don't really. What the dream world look like? Yo, I just honestly, bro, my dream with the money just comes. Can we do more cool shit?
So then
I know it's kind of it's vague still, but like, yo, the dream scenarios, we doing cool shit with this. We doing cool shit with that. We doing cool shit with this. Like that's what the dream scenario is.
So let's talk about that cool shit real quick, because me and producer Billy over here, producer Bill's in the building. You already know what time it is, and shout out to you for being on this ones and twos. I see these camera angles, man. She's going with the sauce.
Hey, she
right?
gonna. I appreciate you. I appreciate you.
No, we appreciate you for real. And something that me and her have been talking about with Tez lately is systems, AI, free up time, and have more time to do more cool shit. You talk about crypto. We bring people on here. They keep talking about crypto. How do you see the future of dating, crypto plus AI, and freeing up your time to do cool shit with your family? How does that look in the immediate future, next 5 years, in your eyes?
Yeah. Yo, if you're not using it, you're getting lost in it. It's that simple. It's really that simple. I'm glad that I grew up a techie nerd. I'm glad that I have no problem embracing the tech. I don't know everything with AI, and yo, producer Billy, she just said, yo, try hugging faces. I'm like, what the fuck is that? But like, I'm definitely gonna try it out. Like, and it's cool to be able to spread knowledge with that to help me and help you guys too. Like, yo, if you're not using it, you're getting lost in the sauce. I'm in the crypto mindset group. Shout out to Charlie and Miguel. I'm learning.
Shout out to Miguel. I met you, bro.
I met up, so I'm learning about what the fuck's going on. Yo, I remember when crypto and Bitcoin was like $100, bro. I remember that shit back in 2017 because I was with the tech nerds. Yo, we was talking about Ethereum and shit, and I was like, this shit ain't gonna last, nigga. Was I fucking wrong? So you telling me I could have bought a few of them, right? I got $100. I said I could have threw $1,000 in it. Nigga, that's $1 million right now, technically. What? But when you're so stuck on traditional traditional stocks and stuff like that, and you don't know the plays at hand of these big ass companies are running the money system. When you didn't know that at the time, when I was a young man, didn't know that shit, you're like, what? But if you don't embrace the tech, if you don't embrace the gold mine that it is right now, not only will you get lost in the sauce, you will perish.
Damn, dog.
You will perish.
You know what that makes me think is that I used to play this game when I was younger, right? Called Metal Gear Solid 2.
Oh, I remember that game.
Did you play it?
Of course.
Okay, so if you
A Konami classic.
Bro, I fucking love that guy, Hideo Kojima.
Yeah. Did he pass away or not?
He's alive.
Oh, thank God. Thank God.
All right, so in the game Metal Gear Solid 2, you don't play as Snake for very long. You play as Raiden. Raiden takes his orders from the Colonel. At the end of the game, he comes to find out that the Colonel and his girlfriend, and this game came out when I was in like fucking 6th grade, bro.
Yeah,
This is
it's on PS2, bro.
2004, 2003.
This was on the PS2.
He finds out, this is the PS2, he finds out that the Colonel he's been operating from the entire time, the entire mission that we've been on for fucking hours, and his girlfriend are AIs. And in his ear, the entire time giving him the orders in the entire mission was AI from something called Arsenal Gear. Not Metal Gear, Arsenal Gear. So Arsenal Gear created the situation and the strategic and the stressors and the mission for him to go through. And in going through this, in the eyes of the AI, was a simulation that would kind of create him to be a warrior worthy of being almost compared to Solid Snake, the main character. But in the 12-minute dialogue that these fucking AIs have with him, in having him realize that the entire life that he went through was set up for him, right? They say that they have a conversation about how artificial intelligence would be the only thing that mattered. And all these years later, I don't know how that guy knew this shit, but he clearly did, because it's resonating hardcore right now. And you just said that if you don't get with it, you're going to get lost in it. And one of the key takeaways that these AIs have in this dialogue is that we're not using artificial intelligence to help you or to create content. We're using all of this artificial intelligence to be the orchestrators and the ones that control context. The meaning of which in the modern day means that we can flood you with our reality to the point where it washes out your reality.
Yeah.
So now you can't differentiate your reality from our non-reality. You can't separate fact from fiction. And if you can't separate fact from fiction, you can no longer trust your 5 senses. Sight, sound, touch, scent, smell, taste. And if you can't trust your senses, you can't trust yourself. And if you can't trust you, you don't know what you're in control to. And if you don't know what you stand for or what you're in control to, we control you just from the subset of context alone.
Bro, The Matrix is real, bro.
Fuck.
That movie is real. That
Fuck,
movie,
bruv.
We are literally plugged in. Fortunately, we're also unplugged at where we are and who we are. But you gotta fucking use it, right? Use it and learn how to bend its reality to make it your reality. So you're playing. So you're playing the game instead.
And this is a cyber war.
Cyber war, right? But you know what's funny? You know, and even though the AI and the whole thing, but you know, like human beings have always been controllable. From biblical times, human beings have always been controllable, right? Like it's a need to worship, and it's not hard to kind of influence and become. Well, actually that's talking from a different perspective, but if from an outside perspective, if you were an alien looking in, you can see how people are just so easy and led astray like sheep. This is age under the sun, bro. Like human beings we're sheep at the end of the day, right? So you can control. Look, TV. People look at TV and they think that's reality. If you look at the internet, my mom, I love my mom. She still believes that everything on the internet exists, is real. And I'm like, But she's also in her 70s.
To
So
add to what you're saying real quick, throw this little point in there. I was just having a conversation with Billy, producer Bill's over here, and she literally said the first thing I noticed about you, one of the things I noticed about you is that you don't consume social media. But the profundity of the statement literally hit me like right after. Like, I don't consume social media, so what does that mean?
What does that mean, right? Oh, the homegirl I'm talking to, she was like, yo, you live under a rock. I'm like, no, I live in reality, bro.
Yo, what the fuck? He working.
What the fuck? Like, yeah. And you kind of understand that whatever's on social media, you take with a grain of salt. Some cool shit's on social media, but like, you're like, all right, it is what it is. Like, my reality's still here, bro. Like, it's here. It's in front of me. And then when you travel the world, you see what reality looks like. Like, the phone is only curated, bro. People have been, since the digital times, like of the let's say the early 1900s, TV, newspapers, like whatever, bro. Like, it's always been a control. So when you kind of look at it from an outside perspective, nothing new is done under the sun. Just the tools are different.
Damn right. Damn right.
The paper, the TV,
I think tech
the
has
radio.
been around. I think clone's been around. That's a whole nother topic, a whole nother day.
Yeah, but they have been able to clone for the last 30 years, so that's not new.
Just saying.
That's not new. But like, yo, the controlling mechanisms have always been there. From the old times, religion. Again, shoot up to the modern times, now we got AI. It's basically the same fucking thing. But you have to, that's kind of funny because the smartest people are the easiest to control. It's always
It's like the college kids are the hardest ones to like become entrepreneurs because they've been trained in a certain way.
Yeah. And those are the same people who, like, so we think of doctors and lawyers and shit like that. Those are the easiest to control. And the reason being because they think because they're so smart, I'm so educated, you can't fool me. Oh yeah, we've been injecting shit into you from the beginning, bro. From the time you've been doing shit. It's always been the hillbillies, right? The hillbillies, oh man, they gonna take our jobs, right? Tinfoil hats. Them niggas actually got a point. They got a point, right? So it hasn't changed. It hasn't changed out. Like the mechanisms have changed, but the whole point is it has not changed. So when you just learn to use the tool to make it your own advantage, right? Like if we use ChatGPT, the most ubiquitous AI language model. Use it if you're using it to
a Python script that writes really fast.
You're right. That's actually very true, right? So if you use it to bend your reality, I'm using vast searches. I'm comparing things. I talk to my chat a lot to build my. I'm writing a book, and I realized the other day I can do this.
Smart guy.
And I'm literally talking to this girl, my best girlfriend. I'm telling her everything about me. I get it.
Get your perfect.
But
get everything about you back. You're training it.
Yes, I'm developing it about me, so I don't have to do the hard work anymore. But if I'm going on ChatGPT to tell me, oh, what's going on in the world and shit like that, and I'm taking it for face value, you just gave up your ability to think,
bro. And that's what's happening, bro. Like people are they'll always be lazy. So the first time they see a social media post, they're going to believe it. They're not going to question it. It's like we live in a time where you have to question everything. Like have a mind of your own. But people are they'll always be lazy, and that's the problem. People will always take the easy way out. And I'm not perfect, including myself at times. But it's like
human nature.
Since humans are naturally lazy, there's always going to be that shortcut, that easy way, and that's not always the right way. But that's just the unfortunate reality. It's like, yeah, it's crazy when you do your own research, how much you actually end up finding out. Like it's like, fuck, like, if you don't know certain shit, you can easily be led astray by people who fucking think they know what they're talking about, or you see a fucking tweet or Instagram post and they're just repeating what they saw or what they heard. But you got to do your own research and try not to be lazy as possible. Like, because we're humans, you're going to somewhat be lazy. I'm not saying like you're going to be lazy, but do your own fucking research and have a mind of your own. That's one thing. Have a mind of your fucking own.
I think one of the coolest things that people need to do is they really need to listen to both sides.
Yes.
People make shit their identity, like politics and shit like that. They make that shit their identity.
Start with politics. They need that there first.
They're fucking idiots, right? They make that shit their identity rather than making it just a small part of them or their, you know what I'm saying? Like
you made the ChatGPT a tool, and now you're making this knowledge a tool. Both of the things serving you.
Exactly, right? Like
It's like sports. Like they're using that as like their outlet versus like, because my real life sucks, so I'm gonna focus on sports. It's like politics. People argue about fucking politics all day, but it's like your real life fucking sucks. Like politics isn't gonna make you rich.
Yeah, you don't got time for that shit.
Exactly.
You got to worry about other shit.
People are arguing about
politics.
sports.
Put money in your bank today.
Exactly.
Right.
People are arguing about sports all day, politics, but it's like your real life sucks. Like that's why, bro. Since I was younger, I always had this like thought in my head. I don't know where the fuck. Like I was in like 6th grade. I'm like, I don't give a fuck who's president. Like that's not gonna make me rich. So it's like there's people arguing about this shit, but their situation still sucks. So I guess it's like an outlet to where it's like I'm gonna just talk about this shit all day, so I don't have to worry about my real life.
Or what
Some
if
crazy
you
fucked up shit.
think that it makes you sound smart, but the actual in practice application of it literally makes you fucking dumb?
That's what it is. That's what it is, bro. People want to sound smart, but it's it's fucking them up, bro. That's what it is, bro.
Yo.
So here's the conundrum of being a human. Then, so remember I talked about that experiment that I said God was going to do, right? When He made human beings. So they were very powerful. Like again, from 300,000 years to 100,000 years, we can blow up the earth. Nuts. Absolutely nuts. So you can make something that can do something like that, right? But all right, this thing can basically become a god of its own world.
The AI?
No, us.
Okay, yes.
We can become gods of our own reality. We can literally bend reality to suit us. It just takes work, right? You can't do everything. I can't become president of Russia, but I can become president of my own world and have my own type of power, right? And there's different things, and it's kind of cool because you can also add more people into the equation. You can become gods together. I say that loosely, not
Literally.
Yeah, because for the super religious guys that are watching this. But here's the cool thing, right? If I'm the supreme being and I'm making human beings, and I'm like, this shit gonna be lit. All right, they can become this. They can become powerful. They become artistic. They become expressive. They can become beautiful. This is too easy. This is too fucking easy. We need challenges. All right, devil, come here. I need some input. You're the embodiment of the destruction of man, right? I need some input. What the fuck are we gonna do to make this powerful being implode on itself? Lazy as fuck. Greed. It loves to have sex.
7 deadly sins type shit.
There you go. You're getting it.
Let's go.
Anger. Prideful as fuck. All these things. Here are my virtues. Here are my vices. Let's throw it in a bag together. Roll the dice and see what the fuck happens.
Who comes out on top, boy?
Will it implode on itself? Or will it become the god I want it to become? Let's play the game. Begin. We see human history now. We see some cool ass things happen. Some destructive things happen. And lots of in-betweens that happened. We talked about being lazy as fuck, right? Like, that's literally giving up your power. I become this meek little, weak little thing. And it's kind of nuts when you look at it from an outside perspective. Like if I was a Martian flying by. Oh shit, that's kind of crazy. That's a hell of an experiment right there. So why don't, instead of, and again, we talk about AI and Bitcoin and all that stuff. It's using these tools in order to become the next level of yourself, right? First of all, foremost, I'm glad I'm in this group of the crypto boys, because now I'm learning the evils that lurk behind the scenes, but at the same time, this new technology that's allowing me to free myself with it. I got to be resourceful.
Player versus player type
Player
shit.
versus player now.
Fuck, man.
This is a different game. This is a different game now. So
Cyber war.
yeah, but also at the same time, it took a lot of innovation to get here. Remember that. Many humans before has brought this to this playing field where we can fight back against the evil behind the scenes. You can become your own freedom. You can become your own God. And we talked about when you asked your question about crypto and AI and stuff like that. If you're not using it or trying to figure out or try to understand it or be around people who have some type of knowledge about it, you're going to perish from the evil behind the scenes.
Right.
So I don't know, man. I'm throwing a lot in there, and sometimes it might not make sense. It makes sense to me.
No, we need the shit. So we need the Suki sauce, bro.
Yeah, because my mind's all over the place about it. But if I can, this is just a warning for the person that's watching, if they can understand and decipher my words. Yeah, but here's another thing. Like I said in that same monologue, being around other people that want to become their own versions of themselves as gods, right? Because we move together very well. As human beings, we move together very well. We're on this podcast, 3 guys talking, and the young lady right there, and we're making shit happen, right? We're moving together to make some shit happen, right? And this is one step closer for us to fighting the evil over here. Fighting the evil over here, because there's a lot of the guys that are succumbing to this, and this is freeing them. Does that make sense?
100.
All right.
I gotta ask you this, bro. You moved to Fort Lauderdale right here, right now, right? You all up in the streets with me and Tez, Billy, all that, right? What kind of girls are getting your attention, Suki?
Big booty Latinas.
Hey, my fucking dog.
Hey, I am a lover of all beauty. If she's first and foremost the attitude.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm a guy. I'm the weirdo. I love a good face card. Body comes second. I know that's weird. Body does come second though, because you can always augment the body. The face card though, if the baby's born with a bad face, then you know she was ugly. So
and then you know he got some low ass standards, boy.
Face cards first, and then a fantastic attitude. Fantastic attitude. I can't deal with a miserable bitch.
Yes.
I can't deal with a miserable bitch.
There's too many of them out there. We know it.
She can have the baddest body. She can be cool as fuck. She a miserable bitch, you gotta go. Miserable, gotta go. I need jolly spirits. I need uplifting. I need you to embrace that power that God gave you as a woman to be inspiration to the man, right? Like, I need you to embrace that. If you just a miserable girl who's complaining about everything, and bitch, you can't even cook, because I know I cook better than 90% of these girls. You can't do that shit. You can't even mop up. You don't know what a broom is? All right, bet. You can't help me. You can't help me do something like with my tech. You can't help me do something with my productions. You can't do something. You're not an asset.
Can't add value,
bro.
You only subtract. You only cost money. Don't do anything. Fuck that.
You're cool and all that. And I hope the rich billionaire in Sunny Isles is taking you out, but you ain't coming with me, bro. You coming with me. So a pretty face first. She can be from any culture. I ain't gonna hold you. My meat has no filter.
Amen.
And just a fantastic attitude, and then after that we can go from there. Because I don't got my 6-pack yet, so I get it. I know, but I get it. But I got some things going for me that I'm chilling with.
Body fat percentage goals. Let's go.
Yeah, right. That's coming soon. So, yeah, if I move to Fort Lauderdale, just a pretty face with some great attitude, and then we can kind of go from there.
Setting boundaries early increases attraction, decreases attraction to the girl. What do you think?
If she think you a pussy, then she ain't gonna like you.
Hey,
it's just real. What it is. Yo, because what do girls say all the time? Like, oh, Sally's man. She runs the relationship. Oh, girl. Oh, my God. Blah, 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 blah. Come on. Let's be real. We all clown at them dudes. Everybody clowns them dudes. These girls will love to. They clown them the most.
Yeah.
If you ain't
if
saying
they don't
no.
do that with their mouth, their actions will.
Exactly. If you ain't saying no, her pussy not getting wet.
Bro, I like that.
Hey! If you're not saying no, her pussy not getting wet. Let's be real. If you're not being real with her pussy not getting wet. If you don't, let me not say that part. But you get what I'm saying.
Facts.
You get what I'm saying.
So then, like, let's say that a girl has caught your eye and attention. You feeling her, right? Does she get like a Suki creativity treatment on this fun ass ride? Does she get like, is she like your muse after? She get like some photography and shit? Like, what you doing, bro?
What am I doing?
Ladies, you're gonna have to find out type shit.
Yeah. Because I don't really have like, damn, that's kind of, I need to work on that. I need to work on more strategy, like not a strategy. I need to work on more of a SOP. I need to work on the SOP when it comes, because I try to treat them differently. That's the problem with myself. I try to treat them differently. And apparently you can't treat these hoes differently. You gotta treat them all cookie cutter sometimes, because that's what they like. That's what they like. I don't like selling dreams, unfortunately. But How is she getting me? Man, she get whatever she get at the time.
Yeah.
I'm very spontaneous.
Yeah.
I'm very spontaneous. She's getting that spontaneous side of me if she fucks me and I fuck with her.
What's SOP mean?
A standard operation procedure.
Okay. She getting the standard Suki.
Yeah.
Out the box Suki.
So all the time, and that's my SOP, the out of box. But some guys do have a flow, right? It's the same flow and it works all the time. That's where the lover boy fucks me up. I'll be trying to make it unique experiences, and that can backfire sometimes. And I'll be real with it. But it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm still having fun regardless.
Lately, have you gotten to a place where you were able to enter a flow state with a girl?
Yeah, I was entering a flow state. This is probably like I would say at the beginning or to the middle of the year. But I did slow down, not even because the shawty that's still around for some reason. I guess because I'm hitting it right. I don't know what the fuck's why she's still around, but but it's
she knows what time it is when Suki rolls around.
But I haven't really gone out on a lot of dates recently because I'm trying to build this. Like I told you, the last few years I've been balancing both, but. Fuck them, man. Fuck these girls right now. I need to do this.
You on your purpose?
Yeah, because it's. I'm here, bro. Imagine I'm on a date right now. Like,
yeah, exactly.
I was thinking about that earlier, bro. It's like women are like the icing on
the
cake. Like, the cake is your business. That's the cake. So the icing without the cake, it's just okay. Like it does not like. So you want to focus on the fucking cake first, the main thing. And then the girls are just the cherry on top.
Exactly. Because the more resources you have for yourself and the more things you're doing for yourself, the bigger the batter you can give her. You feel me? Like,
hey. So when you walked all up in here, my dog was holding the camera and shit. Is there like a Suki vlog in the pipeline we don't know about coming up?
Yeah. This is as you saw earlier. The vlog is the 100th year visiting my aunt. And it's actually a dual vlog with my dad.
Nice. Is he a YouTuber?
Nah, not at all. But my dad's just kind of seen my journey. Like every time he drops me at the airport, he'd be like, foreign ass dads. Yeah, you're doing good. Like that's about it. Like that's all you get from them, right? But it was kind of, it's one of those moments. Like my mentor Eric, he said, "Yo, like you need to, for myself, you need to record your parents, their untimely demise one day, but you need to remember your history." And how you remember your history, you set your future, right? If you do that, if you remember your history, you know where you're going in the future. And just remembering those times in my pops where I can hear those gems from him, it really does help. Like the other day, my homegirl, when I turned 31, she made me a cake. We had a time with my brother. We had a time with my mom, my son, and her, and my dad, and. I learned some history. My parents had me late, 38 and 45. And I didn't know that I was a rainbow baby. So my parents had a miscarriage before me. I ain't never know that. Right? So she had asked, what would you have named if he, what you would have named him if I was a girl or some shit like. It was some little small things, right? And I was like, whoa. This is history I never knew. My dad said, "You're lucky you're here." Blah blah. If your sibling before you never if your mom never had a miscarriage, you wouldn't be here. And then I said to him right back, "Boy, I'm the best thing that ever happened to you. Get the fuck out. Get the hell out of my face."
I don't know what time it is.
Also jokes though, but low key I am. But
what is a rainbow baby? Is that like after a miscarriage?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if the mother has a miscarriage and you have a baby after and it's successful, because apparently the chance of having a miscarriage after are really high as well. And I'm the only one between my parents. I had siblings. I have siblings before in different relationships. But yeah, and if I never recorded that, I can't show that to my kids. I can't show that to anyone else. Like, and for me, when I'm 60 years old, I can be like, yeah, I did tell my dad was good.
Shit.
So yeah, I recorded the lessons that I learned from just being at the 100th year birthday party. And this is part of it. This experience with you guys is also part of the vlog. Like, I can't believe I'm here, right? Only big things are happening for this party and this party or across the table, right? Like, and as we continue to grow, it's gonna be like, and we're like, damn, yeah, we did do this shit.
Yeah,
right?
I don't know if you guys really get this, but like, in my experience, I feel like I've worked really hard in order to allow for things like this to happen so they can happen. And I'm pretty sure you feel the same fucking way. You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
Putting yourself out there like, yo, let's fucking link up. Let's fucking network. Oh, this guy's that guy. That guy turns into this turns into that. And then you see the rewards of your like work, and then you see like what those relationships turn into. And then, you know, what you were just saying in regards to like when you hang out with family and they just drop knowledge on you didn't have before. This like all life altering shit about yourself. It's kind of like what you're talking to the ChatGPT for, right? Talking to the AI for when you're training it. It's telling you things about yourself to confirm things. Dope. You might have imposter syndrome, bro. We gotta talk about that shit. You gotta see yourself a little more clearly, bro. And but it just doesn't match like your family telling you history you ain't never know about yourself type shit. Like these gems, these bombs.
And the more you learn about yourself and you learn about your past, again, you have a more clear path for your future.
So then let's talk about that path, man. That clear path. Right here. This camera. You came up in here. You were vlogging. You're doing everything that we expect you to do. But what are you really doing, Suki? Are you building up the YouTube channel, going influencer? Are you gonna hit us with like a pod at some different point in time? Are you going to start making cinema that's decentralized? Are you gonna move into AI cinema, which is something that me and Bills have talked about a lot?
Yeah, I need to learn how to incorporate more of that into the workflow. It's gonna be because you gotta learn how to use it, right? But I think that kind of goes back to the milestone questions that you asked me earlier. Like you know the milestones. Again, right now though, immediately, right? Immediate goals is building this shit, building the YouTube.
Building.
Right? Building the YouTube out, because once I have that solid foundation, then I can dive into other things, right? I now know what my one thing is in order for me to expand. Like, I know there's probably a guy right there, whether it ADHD or artistic or something like that, you're trying to figure out your one thing, but you do got to do the one thing. You got to follow the one thing, and that's a really good book, by the way, The One Thing by something Keller, and it talks about just focusing on the one thing. And someone can fact check me on that, what the author's name is. And it really talks about like, yo, this really diving into the one thing, especially since
he reads books.
We as human beings, especially in this time now, we have so many avenues to make money and things like that, and it gets overwhelming. And because of the options, you don't do anything, right? If you're in the beginning, try out a bunch of things in the first few years, and then you'll find something cool. But I know this is my one thing, to not only buy my freedom, it allows me to expand my network, build something, and then I can go from off to the races with it.
Right.
So the YouTube right now, as I'm slowly building it out, is just my one thing that I know I need to focus on, so I can go and move forward. And then after that, the sky's the limit.
So let me say this, man. I know that even Donald Trump, he would say that, you know, I really can respect a family, or I really can respect a company if I know that they are reliable for one thing. Mm-hmm. So if it's like I want to buy tires and I know that this guy's been in the tire industry for a fucking dynasty length of time, like 80 years, 90 years, 100 years, I'm going straight to them. They're the best of the best of the best. Mm-hmm. So I like to see that with this amount of focus, which is something I talk about a lot. That one of the first videos that we did was all about focus, right? You're putting all your focus into the one thing, you're only going to reap the rewards, kind of like your botany, right? Reap the rewards of the labor that you've done. It's going to be the biggest cinema tree on YouTube that's ever been built. And that being said, bruv, you know, a lot of the things that we talked about here, for me and Tez, right? I got to say that me and him do this often. Me and him do this, sometimes we do it daily. But to see like your stamina out here on the podcast, to see that you just got the energy to keep going, seeing that you full of life, bruh. You guys need to subscribe to his YouTube channel, because I can only see good things coming.
Appreciate that.
And in this part of it, I think that I'm thinking we're getting ready to close this thing out, but like this is the first of many. Do not get it twisted. You're seeing Suki right here now on the first Suki appearance.
Thanks.
But I don't think this is ever going to stop, Suki. I think this is continuously.
If you have me, it'd be a blessing to be here.
Every fucking time, man.
Remember
Yo,
that.
Everybody, go ahead. Close this thing out, man. What do we got? What's on the table, big dogs? What do we got, boys?
Yes, sir, bro. Appreciate you for coming. One thing I want to say is, bro, just walking around with the camera, there's just value in that, bro. Like, when I see it never really registered with me until, like, he came here, and I'm like, just something about just having a camera in your hand, that thing on the
is that camera too.
Yeah, that thing on the top of it just looks like,
The
bro,
mic.
like the fucking mic, bro. There's some just value with it. It's like, who the fuck is this guy? What the fuck does he do? So it's like, bro, just walk around with that, bro. Just walk around. You probably already doing it, bro.
But it allows me to connect. Yeah. It allows me to connect. It allows me to connect with the people it needs to connect with. This is just the lighthouse. Like, oh shit, he's on to something. Who is this guy, right? Like you said. But it's also the energy that I'm producing that's resonating with the others, right? Like I said, I met the gentleman at the gym yesterday. This saw it, and then I heard a story about poor Colombian boy that's trying to do things in Miami now and turn his life around from a drug dealer to this to boom. This and this, right? This is just the calling card, and then it's like, oh shit, then they made me. Boom, we on to something now. We on to something. So I appreciate that, and I definitely will continue.
Don't fucking stop, boy. Ever.
But yeah, that shit's fire. I just had to that shit, it's just value, bro. It's just value. But hell yeah, this is a good ass fucking show. We covered a lot, bro. Like added some value. So hell yeah.
The sauce in and of itself, bro. Look at the gifts that keep on giving.
Yeah.
Guys that got together, guys that stepped up, guys that put their thoughts on the line, guys that went and networked with other men, men leveling up other men, men putting each other on a path, men leveling each other in momentum, men recognizing the faults of man only to become better men and recognize what they could do to be better for or towards women. Bro, this is unlimited force, unlimited power. You need to get in the 5-star circle, bruv. There is so many things coming from this channel, and you guys are just getting the glimpse. We're just getting started. We're fucking brand new. I think we've shot over 50 episodes now.
Nice.
Fucking 50 episodes on this shit, which is insane. The amount of clips we got out there is insane. He just started a new YouTube channel. I've never been more proud of that, right? So you got to check him out on Tez Unplugged.
All right.
We already know that you've had your YouTube channel and what that shit is all about. It's vlog after vlog, story after story. Storytelling is good. Please stick to Suki. Subscribe to him. Link in the description below. We'll tweet that shit out too. But like, the storytelling in and of itself is probably the most important lost art. You know, even if you're going to be using artificial intelligence, you can get the AI to do that for you, sure. But nothing will beat your own individual ability to tell the story, because AI is just a tool. And if you rely on the tool, you're going to get some clunky shit. Mm-hmm. But if you're good at storytelling, nothing will connect or resonate with people better. Even with the fucking created AI context that's trying to destroy your life, the truth is the truth is the truth is the truth. And what's real is what's real. And when you hear people like me and Suki and Tez being fucking authentic, I like to believe that in the midst of all the bullshit we're about to experience, that real will cut through all the propaganda.
Hey, remember, the truth always comes to light, right? Like, that's the thing that's cut through. What was it? Who was talking the other day? Was it Fresh or something? Someone was talking, but it was, as things become more fake and fake, the personal brand who's telling the realness is what's going to happen. That's the thing that's going to become more rare, and that's the thing that's going to become more valuable. And and if you are embracing this journey, you might not think, because I felt that way a little bit as well. I'm like, that shit ain't gonna matter. But now, the more I'm doing it, the more I'm connecting. I'm like, oh no, I'm on to something. You guys are on to something. That is what's gonna matter, because the world is gonna get more fake and more fake and more fake, and ain't not a lot of real niggas like us on the world now. I didn't realize that until recently. And I was like, right? What is going on? What is going on? There's not a lot of us, apparently. That shit's weird to me.
And Myron said this on the stream too. Someone asked him, like, what's like one trait that like will help you be successful in creating content? And he said, like, authenticity. So that just like adds on to what you were saying. It's like, you got to be authentic, because that's what's going to separate you.
Then being real is like, because we're being diluted with so much bullshit. I actually saw this guy make a TikTok, right? The guy walks up to the movie theater and he says, I'd like to see a movie. And then the cashier says, do you want to see an artificial intelligence movie for $15? Or do you want to see an organic movie made by humans for $100? You know what I mean? Like, we're literally walking into the phase of the world where being organic, being real, like some people have met me through my Facebook, right? And like on my Facebook, I'm just being so fucking hardcore about it. I'm like breaking all their rules that they actually will resonate with me because of the truth. They'll like me or hate me based on me saying fuck this, fuck this, fuck this, and just like being like how I really am in real life type shit, right? And there is a large truth in a personal brand or just being real in general, or that energy, just like the ether or like your aura or whatever, just being real is going to be worth so much more in a world where there's so much less.
Yeah. Damn. In a world that's so much less. Damn. Yeah. When you put it that way.
And I tell people too, like, just because I have this fucking microphone doesn't mean I'm perfect. I have this shit all figured out. I'm still here fucking learning shit every day, figuring it out myself. So yeah, I'm coming from a position to just tell you what I know, but I'm still figuring this shit. I'm not fucking someone who has this shit that's all figured out. So yeah, you'll see the journey.
You growing with us, we growing with you.
I agree with that, man. I will never say I'm perfect. Fuck that. I'm not trying to be perfect. I'm trying to be the most perfect version of myself, but I'm not perfect. And that's continuously growing, right? That's consistently growing. That's what you have to try to become your most perfect specimen, but you must understand that perfectionism isn't the goal. It's not the goal. You're just trying to maximize your own self, right? And then take that energy and inspire others to do the exact same thing. But like, yeah, it's fuck being perfect, bro.
You don't think you should like try to be perfect? Like you don't aim to be perfect? Like of course nobody's perfect, right? But it's like you want to try, like you want to be the best that you can possibly be.
Yes.
And that's the closest you're going to get to being perfect.
Yeah. Right? Because then you have to think of like, what is perfectionism? You have to define that. And everyone's perfectionism is going to be completely different. So is it like, what is perfectionism? That's the better question. So let's talk. I know we got to go.
No, I mean, you got us, bro. I'm just trying to respect all the people at the table and I say what I say. But there's no time limits on this shit. I'm just trying to make sure everyone's on this.
No worries. I paid for the meter. You good? Yeah. But like real quick then, what is perfectionism?
Okay, so in my personality traits,
yes,
nothing about the way that I think, act, or feel or do operates in the mentality of achieving perfectionism at all. I know that in recent times I've definitely discovered I'm a high performing individual, but I literally in this exact moment even feel like there's so much I got to do. I can do so much better. There's so much I can self-improve here. I can self-improve here. There's so much I got to do to maximize my like full potential, that I believe that I have a mind frame that's more of about leveling up or becoming the best that I could be, becoming the best I could be to people around me, leveling up others. I have never tried to achieve perfectionism, but I am about doing my motherfucking best. And even more than that, I deep down know I'm going to stand before God and say, I did the best I could do.
To me, if I believe that I reach my full potential, then to me that is perfection. That's perfect for me. Like if I'm able to reach and become the person that I believe that I can become, but then at that point, that would be my version of perfect. So or whatever that is. It could be a lot of things. But like right now I'm not even close to my potential. Like if I were to fucking die in a year, I just failed. Like I'm a waste as of right now. To me, I'm like wasting. Like I haven't reached my potential. Wasted potential. So when I believe and I feel and I made achievements that makes me feel like I reached my full potential, then to me, I would deem that as perfect.
Okay.
But I don't know if that's ever really possible, but that's what I would say.
Because then if you once you reach that next level or that next level that you have fantasized in your head, then you're going to be like, I got to reach the next level. So you're consistently not being perfect, because you'll consistently be like, yo, I got to reach something else. So you'll always be chasing perfectionism because you'll always be elevating. But that's necessarily a wrong thing. But the thing is, your challenge of what perfect is will never be able to satisfy. You see what I'm saying? Because you're consistently saying, yo, it's the next level. I finally reached the next level. But then you've learned so much at the next level that you know that there's another level involved. So technically you'll never be perfect.
No, I hear you. And I think about money when I say that. It's like, even when I have $1 and I have a lot more than $1, I'm like,
I need more, right?
It's not going to satisfy. Like, it's not. Yeah. And that's where like an outside source comes in, like God. And that's what I try to, like, I get closer to like God or whatever you believe in. It's something that has to be bigger for you to like, but it's never enough. You're right. It's never enough. It's never enough.
This actually reminds me of a conversation that I was having with Roger, who's in the Brotherhood. And he said something to me along the lines of like, something like, you know, blah, 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 Chris, are you like a party guy? And I was like, oh God, no. He's just getting to know me. He doesn't really understand like the full layers that a person like myself has or that I have as an individual. And then I in a rebuttal to that, I said something along the lines of like, broski, let's flip this a little bit, right? Let's reverse the frame here. When you, who is currently in college, when you graduate college, are you going to stop reading books? And like that hit him like, fuck, whoa. He said, literally, I don't even understand the question. What do you mean? I'm going to stop the pursuit of knowledge? Like, that's just going to, like, I'm just going to be, hell no, fuck no, of course not. Because my brain has a thirst for knowledge. I'm always hungry for knowledge, so I'm always going to be learning more. I can't just stop and be idle. And even just with that alone, if you're feeding the brain with knowledge, of course you're going to achieve more, do more. Money's going to be a tool. Accomplishments, milestones are going to be a factor. So, you know, if you're going to do it from a vision board level or a goal setting level or a money setting goal level, or if you're going to do it from a wisdom level, the human vessel should be moving forward. If you stop, then you're with your day one homies. And if you're with your day one homies, you're not 5-star, you a bitch.
Goes back to it, right? I can't define what perfectionism. I can only think about what people might say is perfectionism. I make no mistakes. I'm doing everything right. X, Y, Z. I think those are traditional ideas of what perfectionism is. And even then, there is no people have perfect beauty standards, but then when you look at what perfect beauty standards look like, you'd be like, that bitch look ugly. Like, so you're trying to figure out, like, it's such a goalpost moving ass question because it's just different to everybody, right? Like, I don't know what the perfect specimenism looks like at all, but it's just a matter of like, kind of, I just thought about this analogy. If you had, when you're playing a video game, they have something that has perfect runs, right? That means you literally make no mistakes. You don't lose any HP. Like, you're just, everything's at a super like perfect level.
Mortal
right?
Kombat. Perfect.
Yeah. Call of Duty, you get 40 kills and no deaths.
Right.
So you have a perfect game.
But so here's that challenge. Like, in a perfect game run, you have to turn it off if you make one mistake. Right? So if you had to put that into reality, you make one mistake, you have to turn your game off. What does that mean in real life? You're dead. Right? Would you prefer that? Or would you prefer the ability to make mistakes along the way, replenish your gear, replenish your HP, take a second to save the game and keep on going? Or would you rather do the perfect game where one thing you fuck up?
Mistakes all day, bro. Mistakes all day.
That happens to people in real life. Like, when I play like a chess game, someone will lose their queen at the beginning of the game, and then they'll just quit. They'll just quit automatically. And people, fucked up shit happens to them in life, and then they just check out.
They just check out.
Bro, on a side note, you got to play chess with Tez. That shit is very fucking hard.
Yeah, no.
I've experienced it.
I'm way beginner, so I'd love to learn.
Hey, let's go.
I suck at chess. I'm terrible at chess. But yeah, it's like one thing happens and people fucking check out.
And remember, in chess, you lose your queen, but what happens?
You can get a new one.
You can get a new one, bro. That pawn goes across the board. You're like, bing, there we go.
And if you put another pawn on the other side, what happens? You get two queens.
You get two queens in that game?
Yeah.
Another one, you get three queens.
Shit, I thought you only got one per game.
No, you only get one queen, but if you bring the pawn to the other side.
Every single pawn that goes to the other side, you get another queen.
Oh, so you get two hoes? Oh, that's crazy.
And you can have as many queens as you can get.
That's crazy.
On a chessboard, I think it's 12.
No way.
Am I tripping?
I don't know the amount of pieces, but yeah. I don't know.
Hey, man. Check us out, man. Check us on the board. Let's figure that out.
There's probably like 8 pawns or something. But yeah, bro, you could turn a pawn into a queen.
Yeah, easily.
Hey.
But people, like you said, people check out if they lose that first one, right?
And they're
like,
done. Dudes committing fucking off on themselves. They lost their. It's over.
Damn,
bro.
that really happens in real life, though.
Bro.
That's a hell of an analogy.
Yeah,
Bro, I literally, when I was at the LA Fitness, I had met dudes that were paramedics, and the paramedic dudes in there, like, they doing their shit. They talking to us about what it is. He's like, yeah, bro, I was cleaning up a guy off a tri-rail today because he jumped in front of a train.
Oh,
and then, like,
man.
2 weeks later, I had to clean up his girlfriend because she was sad. I'm like, holy fuck, bro. Yeah, people really be doing this shit.
Man, that's the. Remember, I talked about the two sides of the human being, right? That's the two sides of the human being. Let me see if they implode themselves because they did not decide to become the gods themselves.
Did you ever read a book called Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill?
I have not read that. I know what you're talking about, but I have not read it yet.
Bro, we read books. You got to check that shit out, bro. That is a damn good one. I'm going to send that to you.
All right,
Outwitting the
appreciate
Devil. With your mentality, it's a fucking good listen or read. You got to hear that.
As you can tell, I'm a very, I mean, the astrologist would say because I'm a Libra, right? But I'm a very balanced dude in the sense of I like to look at everything from both sides. I also like to see the good and the evil and how we can really balance it one another out, right? I know that's the cheesy astrology sign, but that is my mentality.
We have an astrology expert in the house if you want to ask more questions, bro.
I mean, I got that's funny. I got something from GG3. You know who I'm talking about? Gary.
Yeah, bro. I got a chance to meet
guy?
him in real life when we were doing that shit.
Yeah. He had a good breakdown, and I'm not a big like this is the end all be all things, but you gotta know it's like the Chinese, the Western, and that numerology stuff. It gives you little pockets of what's your
personality characteristics and shit like that.
You guys are probably big nerds. You ever play Dungeons and Dragons?
I know Chomos play that shit.
Dungeons and Dragons is a cool ass game because you start off with a character with a bunch of innate stats, right? So you kind of figure out what the innate stats are. And I was like, oh shit, I'm not blind to it because we do live in this, we live in a simulation, right? So I'm not blind to the possibilities of these little things of I don't even know what they're called. They're technically called pseudosciences if you compare it to regular traditional sciences, but they give you aspects of what to look for yourself.
Right.
And I think a lot of people don't take heed of what I talked about earlier, understanding how to conquer themselves when it came to human behavior characteristics and all this stuff. People try to use these books like 48 Laws of Power to control others.
Right. It's a very fucking dark book. I've read it. It's evil as shit. But they keep it out of prisons because they don't want prisoners to have it.
Right.
Because they'll enact these evil tactics.
But I'm using it as the one thing the only thing you really can't control is moi.
Right.
That's how you weed out all the bullshit from yourself. You use these pieces of knowledge to make sure that you become your most perfect self in the sense of weeding out your bullshit. That's how I consider perfectionism. Weeding out my own bullshit.
I was gonna say it's
eliminating
like,
pain, eliminating weakness mentality.
Yeah, it's like you're gonna always be working to get to that 100%, but you're gonna only be able to get to 99%. But you're gonna want that 1%, but you're never just gonna get there. So that's where you just keep wanting more. You just are going to be, no matter how good you are, you're going to be fighting. Even if you're at 99, you're going to be fighting for that 1%, but it'll never happen.
But let's follow this where it goes, right? Like Andrew Tate, he just tweeted out something along the lines of him in a video, and in the video he said, bro, look, it doesn't matter if you make $22 million, $50 million, that's whatever you accomplish, you're going to want more. And can you imagine if you didn't want more, you'd basically be a lazy ass fuck.
Yep.
To which I responded to him and I said, yeah, basically like when an OnlyFans girl becomes rich from OnlyFans and achieves a lot of money, once the girl has all the money and has replaced men with all this money and she's extremely rich, she's
next?
Lazy as fuck. She doesn't do anything. She orders DoorDash. She don't give a fuck about anything anymore. She has all potential fulfilled, no motivation left. You don't want to be that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got a lot of agreements.
So you guys ever play a game that you really loved and you finally beat it? And you feel empty inside? You ever play that? Ever happened?
Metal Gear Solid 2, bro.
You ever play a video? You don't play story games, do you?
No, I played like Call of Duty online gaming, but
so you never. All right, yeah. When you play in a fantastic story game, like I said, I'm a nerd, and you just beat it, and you're like, "Fuck, I actually beat the story." Thank God, life is not like that. Because that 99%, even though you're looking for the 1% consistently, the story keeps fucking going, bro. And that's where the drive is. The story keeps fucking going.
Bro,
and you're just
story
like,
I told you
oh,
came out
shit.
in like fucking 2002. It's 2025, and the story still resonates
Resonates
with
to this
me.
day.
That's almost like sex for me with the girls. Like when I get,
Okay, thank you. Yeah, everyone got one.
Let's
I'm
go.
like, fuck, I'm bored. Like I don't like. I get it now. Like it's the story is this. I got the story now.
What's next, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
But you got to
Yeah,
find
yeah, yeah.
it in yourself, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Gentlemen, let me see if I got enough battery on it. It was an absolute pleasure being able to speak with them. I think it's what time is it now?
It's like 11, 12. Bro.
11, 12.
We've been
okay.
on for like 4. What?
Bro,
I
when you
didn't-
hanging out with the boys,
Yeah,
ain't
yeah,
nothing
yeah.
like time, bro.
I
Ain't no
didn't
time
know
going by.
a 3-hour I could do a 3-hour podcast, but I appreciate the time. I appreciate you having me on. I'm still just a regular ass dude with a small channel of like 150 people that follow me, but I know that I have a lot of big things coming, and I'm finally putting the work and the effort. I'm finally believing in the person I'm becoming to become what I need to become for the next generation. So thanks for having me on board. Thanks for listening to my origin story, and I look forward to the next level conversation with each other.
Bruh.
When you guys have 5-star fucking coasters, you feel
Hey,
me?
let's
When you
fucking
guys
go,
have 5-star
bro.
coasters, you feel me? And there's artwork on the wall, a big ass sign that says "Welcome to the Brotherhood" on the side. You feel me?
Sir.
I will say, me and Tez don't allow drinks for anybody that we don't fuck with at the table because there's all these electronics. So there's that part too. We only
appreciate
do
that.
it for people we really fuck with.
I appreciate that. You know why they fuck with me? Because I said, yo, what the? I need to put a whole ass paper on this table because I don't want to mess it up. They see that I give a damn. They see that I give a damn.
Yes, sir, bro. We appreciate you for coming out, bro. Hell yeah, bro.
More than you know,
Podcast.
Sooks.
Hell yeah.
Bro, I told her, I told him, you know what time it is when Suki's coming through.
Hey man, I appreciate you having me, gentlemen. All right, how we wrap this up?
All right, this is how we wrap this up. Me and Tez are going to go through. We're going to talk about what you need to do to engage with us, how to get the links, and we're going to wrap this up by starting with you, Suki. Where can they find you? Where can they connect with you on social media? What you got coming for them? What you got going on? Let them know the truth. What's coming?
Got you. You can find me at IG. I can't believe I'm actually saying this shit. You can find me at IG at Suki's Perspective. It's the one with my face on it, not that little bot account that took my shit. And you can also find my son's adventures at Suki Boys. You can also find me on Twitter, I think. I think my name is Trayvon Suki on Twitter, something like that. I still got to get used to the social media stuff. I'll be real with you.
Bam.
And you can follow me on YouTube at Trayvon Suki. And yeah, tap in.
That being said, my dog Tez is at Tez Unplugged on YouTube. You need to get in his YouTube channel. You need to become a better man. You need to go through his vetting. You need to go through his training. You need to go through his mentorship. The circle is getting smaller, and you guys need to get in it now. We have limited time. We have limited attention that we can give you. If you want to be a part of it, listen to what the fuck we got going on now. We're doing nothing but giving you value. You're going to go ahead and connect with Suki. Suki's going to give me his links. His links will be in the description below. If you want to get involved with Suki, you got to be connected to Tez, myself, him, Bills. And if you really want to get involved with that, again, you got to get in our circle. You got to follow us. You got to talk to us. You got to know the sauce. You want to know about cinema. You want to know about cameras. You want to know about how he just added levels to this game to upgrade the 5-star production. Get fucking involved with us. On top of that, if you want to follow me, get in while you can. It's Life of Chris Livestream on Instagram. And then, of course, you got to follow 5-star on all platforms, and then get involved with us at subs.com/5star. There's a lot going on, Tez, bro. What do they need to know?
Hell yeah. Make sure to follow us on @HighDemand_Tez, Tez Unplugged on all platforms. But first, like Chris said, follow the show, the 5-star Livestream family, on every platform. We're going to keep adding value every day as much as we can. Make sure to tap in, leave some feedback, some comments. Let us know what you want to see on the next show, what you believe will add value, and we're going to keep bringing it to you every day, staying consistent as